Good afternoon. It is the Hodgepodge of Hilarity once again. Time for something. Yes. I'm going to do the thing I think I'm going to do. So let's pop an update in there. Yes, that'll do nicely. That'll do nicely as well. Good. I think that's going to work. I do believe this will just pick up. Well, I haven't said that. Not at the moment, but we shall see. Play it and see what happens. Do you have a source? I feel like the answer should be yes. It does seem like there's a distinct probability. Oh, no, there is. Nice. Do you know what I should? ASP. At some point, I must put in a new folder and organise these things. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oops, it is. Well, that's not good. Very nearly finished. That's the button I'm after. I don't know how I managed to miss that button. Pop that there. And then I'll try and remember to. I probably won't remember. But, you know, the thoughts that what counts, and that's what they say. Right, I don't think we need that cutscene because that's a sort of hello, here we go cutscene. This is Evolution Worlds. It's old, 2002. We're going to just do a new game because I can't say if I have a file of an old game on here, and I don't care if I do. Oh, straight into battle there. I mean, it's a hell of a start, isn't it? New game. Woo, straight into battle. Here we go! My word, yeah. Oh, okay. We already have a bunch on the sci-frame. Hammer, nice. Talents. Present. Getting a present from Linear boosts Mag's defense. Nice. Cool. Cool beans. Okay. Well, I'm just going to punch a claymore, which is apparently a spider. For a split second there, it was very much... Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not going to. Oh, she's got a lot of different things. Health recovery, a little first aid, wake up touch, protection spell. I give you health! That's not a good one. Sad melody. Oh, I do remember that one. I think that's quite entertaining. A lot of the moves in this are quite entertaining. Oh, talk to them. Do I dare talk to them? Probably be better to smash a rat, but... You know what? Fine, I'm going to try talking to Big Ben. Please leave us alone. Big Ben, can you not understand? No, he doesn't understand. Big Ben, move backward. I love the way it says that. Alright, let's smash Big Ben in the face with my giant fist. And then... Oh, I can't use the talent anymore. It's a one-shot deal, that's fair enough. Go on, twat it. Bonk. Oh, I thought she was going to do a second twat there, but no. How dare you whip me with your tail. I mean, I could believe it, in fairness. It's a giant rat. You would have thought biting me would have been far more effective, but... oh, I just remembered I didn't bother doing that, did I? I forgot. There you go. That's a tiny thing. Anyway, back to punching a rat in the face. That's what we like to see. Mag & Company. That's my new fledgling... sort of business proposition. It's Mag & Company. The Sun's Temple.
A wimpy monster like that was a piece of cake. Not even a problem.
No, I think that was a piece of spider and a piece of rat.
We've come this far. The treasure must be nearby. You can still go on, right?
Of course you can.
Good. Then we are officially back in business.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at this. This will get us out of the trickiest of situations. So let's do it.
Yes. Because my third hand will always be victorious.
This is so obvious. This has to be a trap.
She don't talk much in this game, I don't think. In the second game, I think she does. Although this is both games together. Bit of background for anybody who is interested. This was originally the game Evolution on the Dreamcast. And then there was an Evolution 2 on the Dreamcast. And then they rejiggered it somewhat and put the pair of them into this on the GameCube, which is Evolution Worlds. I mean, you said it was a trap, and then you sound a little bit surprised that it turned out to be a trap. Linear, you do need to... There we go. Also, other fun fact, you may notice it eventually, but at the moment we know his name is Mag and her name is Linear. Now I know the surnames, so I know the secret formula behind their naming convention, but don't stroke me like a cat.
Thanks, but I'm okay. I'm not hurt.
That was Pepper, I believe, who just jumped over us.
Huh? Hey, Linear!
She's slightly amazed by the grandiose Pepper. Whoa, look at that.
That painting. That's the Messenger of Light. That's the one the Society told me about. All right, we did it! Linear, this is the place. The treasure must be on top of that picture.
Yeah, I think the treasure's gone, mate. Soz. But, you know, you snooze, you lose.
Well, Mag Launcher.
Oh, there we go. Now we know the surname of Mag. It's Mag Launcher.
Girl, huh?
Which, by itself, perhaps isn't that unreasonable. But, as I say, when you start learning the rest of the names, there is a pattern behind it.
Yep, it is. And I
Oh no, that's Chain! Oh, I got it confused.
treasure.
Pepper is later. Yeah.
Chain, how did you get here? And where did you get that treasure?
This one's probably the most on the
I'm an
nose one,
adventurer
perhaps.
too, you know, and
I can't
finders
quite remember
keepers
what her
is the
surname is
only
now.
rule among adventurers. Either way, there's no way your psi frame could have made it up here anyway.
I mean, technically, I'm sure I could have made it up there
Unlike
somehow.
mine, it can't fly.
It can't fly, but no, I could climb.
You should be grateful to me for saving
But
me.
yeah, in this world, people will use things called psi frames. Not entirely sure where the phrase comes from. Cyborg frame, I suppose, maybe? I don't know, but nonetheless, they use them. Mags is the thing on his back, just like sat on his shoulder and back, and it basically brings out a hand, and you can punch things with it. I think the hand can have a variety of accoutrements if it so chooses. You saw, I didn't actually use it, but I had the option of hammer, and I think that is literally the hand in his psi frame has a hammer, and there are some even dafter ones. And then Chain here has a jetpack slash blade psi frame. You can see the big sort of chunky blade on the back, and that's primarily, I can't remember what other variations she might have,
Heard
but
this loud noise, then saw you guys running for your lives.
it's a shame.
Bro
The
shouldn't fall for a trap like that.
the music
Sorry excuse for
really
an adventurer.
drowns out the voice acting, which I'm not going to claim it's the world's greatest voice acting. It's just a little bit unfortunate.
You shouldn't be here interrupting my work. The ruins are off limits to amateurs.
How dare you? I am professional. I am Mag Launcher, professional
It's a
treasure
mag.
hunter.
Look, you're frightening Linear.
Mad? Who's mad? I'm just saying what any professional would say.
Hello, hello, hello to you too, Mr. Chester Phoenix.
You for a man.
You join us here where we are playing Evolution Worlds, specifically Evolution Worlds. Do, 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 do,
Chain,
do,
if you
do.
could just stay calm and quiet, you might actually be kind of cute.
Mag, don't be that guy, Mag. Don't be that guy.
How dare you? You jerk! What does that have to do with it? Instead of arguing here, we should be working to do
You've
the
never
best
heard this
job we
before.
can,
Well,
so we can be
I
proud
mentioned earlier,
adventurers.
it was originally on the Dreamcast, Evolution, and then there was a second one on the Dreamcast, Evolution 2, and then they chucked it into a lump, stirred it into a singular pot, and put it on the GameCube, for Evolution Worlds, which is basically the first game and the second game back to back. And this is Evolution Worlds.
Well, now that you put it that way, I guess I wouldn't mind helping you, Mag. After all, I would be 100 times more help than an amateur girl like her.
I think she charges you for the privilege of helping, which is why
So if
I
you
don't
ever
often
need
use
my
her.
help, just come to my place. I'm out of here.
I think most of the characters do charge you for the privilege of assisting you.
That Jane. No
But
one can ever accuse her of
There
not
are a
speaking her
couple.
mind.
So Mag and Linear are your primary two. I was going to say, if this was a JRPG on the Dreamcast, I take it there was a port to the GameCube. Yep, pretty much. I think a vast majority of them managed to get put over there. Or at least the super popular ones, perhaps. And I mean, this one got 2 on the Dreamcast.
And she took the treasure with her, too. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
man.
What a bitch.
Without the treasure, I won't make any money on this assignment either.
I know. That's the story of your life, isn't it, Mag? Oh, go on. Stroke me like you stroke your cat. You could hear the cogs whirring in her brain where it was, do I say pussy, do I say pussy, do I say pussy? As was evident, my brain went,
man.
nah,
Another
not this time.
assignment ends in failure. I can just see Gray's angry face.
Again, like, his name just being Gray is not really outrageous. It's like, you know. Oh shit, we fucked the console division, time to put everything in the GameCube. Yeah.
I'll get another long lecture.
It's only when you find his surname that you understand how stupid it is. But we'll see. I don't know precisely where I find their surnames, whether they just say them out loud at some point. Obviously, we have discovered Mag Launcher is our primary protagonist.
I see. You reach your
And this is the
destination
Butler
and
Gray.
are about to begin
Is it Gray
collecting the
Gray?
treasure.
No, it's not. It's possibly
But chain
worse.
gun beats
Oh, there we go.
retreat.
We've just found out.
Operation ends in
Are you seeing the
failure,
pattern
and you
yet?
get nothing from the society.
That one's a little bit more on the nose. Mag Launcher, Chain Gun.
That about sums it up, yes?
Yeah, alright, don't rub it in,
Yeah,
mate.
I guess so. I sort of had to use a lot of items. I lost money on this assignment.
Mag. Listen to
Mag.
yourself. Sorta had to. Lost money. For generations, the Launcher family has produced the most renowned
Yes,
adventurers
as is
in
so
these
often the way,
parts.
everybody in the whole family was super epic awesome, and I've inherited the character who's absolute shit.
Is it not the Launcher family's long-cherished dream to find Evolution, the legendary Psy-Frame? Yet now, our operations lose money, and we depend on the society for work.
And this is pretty much the crux of the
Someday, we
game.
will find
You are
Evolution,
in
and
debt,
Phoenix Light
in
be
pretty
reborn.
much humongous
That is
debt,
why I need your help,
and
Mag.
you have to go on your little adventures to earn money.
Come on, Gray.
And it is
You
just
worry
it's
too
just a
much.
basic
I know what to
RPG
do.
dungeon
I
crawly
won't
type
make any
thing.
more mistakes. I promise.
Do do
Very
do
well.
do do
I
do.
truly hope so.
Barton
You don't know the importance of your position as head of the Launcher family. Or do I just worry too much? You
just worry too much, man.
He lacks seriousness.
I can hear
He's
you.
downright irresponsible.
This man's name is Grenade. Just kill me now. Yeah,
Hey,
his
Gray,
name is
I'm
Grenade.
sitting
I don't know
right
whether you
here
looked it
now.
up or whether you just guessed it, but you're quite right if it's a guess. His name is Grenade.
Are you even listening?
Nonetheless, I have served the Launcher family for many years.
absolutely
I have
fantastic.
seen many adventurers. My
But that's the
experience
theme
tells me
for
that his
all the sort of
puzzling
playable
confidence
characters, at
is the
least.
unmistakable
Not sure if it
mark of
stretches
a true
outside of the
leader.
playable characters, but nonetheless, I went through every modern weapon in my head that begins with grey, and you suddenly went Grenade. Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, it's the right reaction. Absolutely the correct reaction.
Someday he will grow into a magnificent adventurer. That I know he can be.
Dude, I can still hear you.
Now then, Mag, you and I must work together to make that glorious day come.
And we will work together because you're actually quite a good
Yeah,
character.
Sure.
Then
Despite
let's
not having a
begin
Psy-Frame.
immediately by going into
There are
town
2
to ask the
characters in the
society
game, if
for a
memory
new
serves. I
assignment.
may be wrong on this, but if memory serves, there's 2 characters that don't wield what is called a Psy-Frame, and those 2 characters are Linear in the back there and Grey in the front.
Society assignments, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Instead of sitting around, let's go out and earn the big bucks.
What do you have to
Let's
ask?
go
I'm
for it,
curious.
Linear. Let's show them what we can do.
Is a Psy-frame a mech? A Psy-frame is the little thing on his back. You see that strange device attached to his shoulder on his back? That is what a Psy-frame is. So it's not a giant mech, I'm afraid, no. But they are quite fun, especially mags, because we've already seen the basic form it takes, which is just a punchy hand.
Incredible! It's
Oh, and here's the obligatory sex doll.
It's so rare to find something from that period. let
Feminine
alone
to the
in such
max, barely any
perfect
clothes,
condition.
midriff on show. Check, 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 check.
It's just a little something to say hi.
Even
Let's go
she is
show it
even
again.
called Foxy Babe.
Me? No, I couldn't. I
Nice meeting
Sorry,
you.
was your name Nop?
I'll be working here a while, so I'll see you around. Bye.
I think his name might have been Nop.
Hello, honey bun.
Oh,
You look a little
hello.
young to be an adventurer. But isn't that a
She's got the
Psy-frame on
cannon
your shoulder?
Psy-frame. You can see that is the cannon, sort of across her waist as a belt, and then on the side there.
What?
It might not
Are you
necessarily look
talking
like
to
a
me?
cannon immediately, but it nonetheless is a cannon-based one.
Yeah, that's right. I'm an adventurer. Mag Launcher's the name.
Mag Launcher, really? Imagine that. Meeting such a famous adventurer.
How have they come up with a worse name than My Valentine from Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, you haven't found her real name yet. I'd like to point out that's not her real name.
To the wandering
She's
light.
not introduced
Never know
herself
who you're
properly
gonna
yet. Her name is not Foxy Babe. I'm pretty certain that's just her description.
meet. How do you
In fact,
do?
I know it's just her
I'm
description
Pepper
because
Fox.
her name is
You can call
Pepper.
me Pepper, little
I just got
egg.
confused earlier. I got confused between Chain and Pepper earlier. But yeah, she's Pepper Box, which, I don't know. Again, I think that is
Kinda weird
based
to
on
have
a
stranger
gun of
call
some
me by
kind.
My first name. Does that mean I'm famous?
Why, of course you're famous. Everyone knows about the decline of the
Thanks.
once great
Thanks for adding the word
launcher
decline there.
Oh, yes. Well,
Again, I think she's quite capable in battle,
that Psy-frame looks
but
like it's seen a lot
she
of use.
does charge you for the privilege of taking her with you.
in charge, the Launcher family is surely in good hands.
Also, I
Not
think she's
forget,
taking the
kid.
piss.
By the way, is that girl behind you your partner? She doesn't seem to have a Psy-frame.
She doesn't need a Psy-frame, she's got a frying pan.
Yeah, her name's.
I mean,
Lynn.
she's got magical
She's not
powers.
a Psy-frame user, but we do adventure.
She
together.
definitely doesn't hit things with a frying pan. Nobody saw that earlier.
Really?
She's far
Must
more
be tough
awesome than
keeping up with you,
hitting
Meg.
things with a
You
frying
look like
pan.
the type of guy who thrives on danger.
Pepper Box is a type of pistol with multiple barrels. I thought it was. I think I've seen them in. I think they turned up in the Call of Juarez games, and possibly some of the other cowboy-based ones. Because I feel like it's
I just knew it.
I feel like it's a slightly
I feel for
older
you, girl.
style
Being an
revolvery
adventurous
type one.
girlfriend must be so hot. I bet
Oh,
that I can
sorry.
teach you two
I
a thing
didn't
or
let her
two.
finish about it being so hard.
I'll be checking out the scene at the milk bar, so come around and see me sometime. I'll even go on one of your adventures.
Milk Bar is such a weird.
It was nice meeting you, little lover
I know,
boy.
I know it's meant to be sort of like the
See you
children's
around.
equivalent to a standard bar. It's just such a weird. It just seems peculiar that everybody hangs around at the milk bar.
Wow, that pepper is really cool, don't you?
No,
think,
it's not.
Linear?
You're going to have to help me out in terms of which you're disagreeing with. Are you disagreeing with my interpretation of the pepper box, or are you disagreeing with my interpretation of the milk
Hello
bar?
there, Meg. Welcome to the society.
Nina na na
Are you
na.
going on an adventure with Linear?
I don't think her name is Nina na na na, because otherwise that's it. Oh, it is an official thing. Milk Bar is a type of Japanese cafe that doesn't serve alcohol. Fair enough. Huh?
Yeah, you could say that. So,
I
do you
always
have any
thought
new
it was just a
assignments,
sort
Nina?
of equivalent of,
I need
just
one
a
because
children-y
I
thing.
took a beating on that last assignment. Chain beat me to the treasure at the last minute.
That's what I heard. Did your servant Gray give you his standard lecture again?
How can you let that happen, Mag? Very funny. You know everything.
Got a milk
don't
bar
you?
to distinguish
After
from a
all,
regular bar.
you're
That makes a
pretty
degree of
much a
sense.
veteran at the society.
Veteran? Are you referring to my age? I resent that. I just have a lot of experience here. Unlike the people sent from the other offices, I was born in this...
Oh,
A lot
I'm
of
sorry, I skipped
experience?
too early.
That's a veteran. I understand perfectly. Anyway,
I mean,
I
Mag
wish somewhere
does technically
there
have
were
a point
ruins
there, but
just
still.
loaded with treasure, but without any pain-in-the-butt monsters.
Dream on. If such places existed, the Society would have sent its own people to investigate them long ago. But we can't, and that's why we hire Psy-frame-carrying adventurers like you, Mag.
Yeah, I guess so.
Only one of the ruins can be requested now. Is this one okay?
I mean, it's going to have to be
Okay,
then, isn't
I
it?
got it.
If there's only one available,
All
I
right,
have to
I'll get
do
you
it.
clearance right away.
Unbelievable
Leave on
woman.
your new
Keep
adventure
up.
whenever you're ready. I know
Superb.
they're far, but it's no problem because your family has a seaplane, right? It's just a hop from the landing field. Well then, good luck. Give it your best, Mag.
I will.
Come on, Linear, let's go.
Come on. Come on, Linear. Do you have a final? No, just hovering over Nina for no reason. That's fine. Speak to a colleague and make a party. For departure to the dungeon, get on the plane. Oh, hello. I'm not doing that. I should have stopped it. There we go. It's got some it's got a very weird drift to it. Do you know, I've got a distinct feeling that might have actually been in the original game, but it might just be the controller. I don't know. But yeah, there's some slightly inconvenient drifting there, but that's not a problem. Alright, Gray,
Mag,
come with me.
You appear to have received a new assignment. Shall I assist you with it?
Of course. Yeah, come with me.
Understood, Mag. I am willing to accompany you if you will have me.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose it might be the Xbox controller, but I'm not 100% convinced. I think it's either going to be the game or the emulator rather than the actual controller, because this is the unless it's literally just died. This is the first I've ever seen of it. So, as I say, I think it might be a Magna tank. Oh, you had me excited with the word tank, my friend. Utter arsehole. Oh, here we go. We can get a little bit closer, or we can get a little bit further away. That's fun. Do we have a... Yeah, there we go. Party! No. Status! Here we go. Mag Launcher! Level 6. He gets presence and flatter. So his talents depend on the party members. Gray's flattery will boost my agility, and presence from Linear will boost my defense. Linear Cannon! Once again, just a little on the nose. Talk to low-level enemies so they leave. You get an experience bonus if you can do that. And Grenade. We can confirm his name is Grenade. Concentration boosts Gray's max HP in one battle. Nice. Skills. I'll leave them. We can discover their skills in the later sections. Okay, Panam Town, bear right. Landing field, bear left. So I think the lights are at the landing field. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if this is the landing field or not, because it depends. There we go. It is the airfield. It's my seaplane. It's time to go for an adventure from Duckburg. That reminds me of the time when I was a kid and got lots of thorns stuck. Oh, it's gone. Oh, good. Is it back? No, it's not. Well, that is unfortunate. Oh, there we go. I think it might be back. For God's sake. It's going to get mildly annoying having to deal with that. But there we go. It should be back now. I don't know what happened there. It's just one more shit on top of the pile of shit that is the shit that is consuming life. The Sea Otter! Yes, I will go. Go to the Sea Otter. Fly. Oh, I genuinely thought there was a bit more of a actual flight there. But you can see it's of its time. I think this sort of this sort of one has drifted away from primary going round nowadays. But I wonder if I don't necessarily want to diddle around with the configuration all that much, but oh, actually, that looks like there's a very good reason. Oh, I see. I think that's what I was supposed to be doing. Oh, okay. Goddamn fucking sound alerts. Do that. And I'll do this one as well, just in case. Like that now. That now means they're going to be fixed. Let's try this again. You not. Oh, I think that is now. Let's try this one again. That's the wrong one. Yeah, I know. Shut up. Stop telling me off. I'm trying. I realised this. That was full-blown concentration there. And I don't even know if it's going to help, but it did look. He's still got a bit of inclination about going down, but oh, by Joe! That's a shame. It is definitely better, though. It's definitely better. And that does confirm not the control at all. It is the emulator. It is trying to... It's calibrating the joysticks and stuff. So it's better, but not perfect. Which I suppose arguably, maybe... I'll tell you what, well, I'm going to try one other thing. Just in case. We'll try going like... Yeah, I know. I'm moving it slowly, you fucking dickhead. There's not much fucking... Can't do it much slower than this, you fucking arseholes. Again, maximum concentration. Maximum concentration to try and get it as slow and smooth as I possibly can. It's distinctly possible I made it worse, but we'll see. Anyway, you've got your little mini-map, and you've got your little party, and you run around the mini-map. I believe, there we go, I can rotate the doings, which is lucky, because I appear to be a little bit stuck. I'm not sure where I'm going. Oh, there we go. That's a staircase. Go on! Go on, boy. Go on with you. Go on. No, we've definitely... I feel like I made it worse. Okay, let's try. Let's try one more time and see if I can't get it at least slightly perfect. Okay, let's... Yeah, I know. I'm doing it slowly. Oh, cock, there's a battle. That's fine. It's a turn-based battle system, so the fact that it's not actually... don't have a scale for what the percentage is, so I don't know if I want a high percentage or a low percentage. Okay, so Grey's abilities. Manners. Wake up. Call to friends and wake them up. Cuisine. Mushy soup. Lowers the defense of all enemies who eat it. How many enemies are there? Oh, we might do a mushy soup. Store up. Store up a little. Custom. Boost. Ah, yes, he can customize the parameters of Mag's Psyframe. Actually, no, I think that's anybody's Psyframe. Yeah. But, I feel like you have to use linear. Well, maybe you can get rid of her. I was reasonably certain you could only ever have Mag and linear in the party at all times. But maybe there's a point where you can't. And besides, Grey is supposed to mostly be supporting Mag. So yes, let's use mushy soup. Hey guys, do you want to enjoy some mushy soup? Oh, they regretted that decision. Don't know whether that symbol has some kind of significance on his hat, but nonetheless, quite entertaining. Skills. I'll tell you what, we didn't see the hammer last time, so I am going to drop the hammer on the claymore. BAM! Nice. It sure is a 5th gen JRPG. Hell yeah! And as specified, she does use a frying pan, because I don't know why. I don't know why she uses a frying pan. I'm not sure if it's ever actually sort of addressed as to why she decided to use a frying pan. I feel like it might end up being a story point. Ah, the treasure chest. Marvellous. That's what we like to see. A psycho! Okay, that's definitely not. Let's try. I'm probably going to get attacked again, but I'm just going to try. Is if I opt this. Of course. Oh, it may have all broken. Oh, good. Oh, good. Now, how all broken is this? Okay. It's not all broken. Everything else seems to be fine. But it is the time to stop fiddling. Because, yeah, get a back attack. I don't think a back attack makes much difference in this game. I might be wrong. Oh no, it does. It does make a difference. We can attack them from the rear. Now, you just... Oh no, they have just turned around. Okay. But they are at the bottom of the board. So that's fine. A little first aid. Go... Oh, not on Mag, you stupid tart. I realise I'm entirely in control, but that's not the point. Skills, manners, cuisine, store up, custom. No, we can't remember. That's fine. What do you? Oh, he uses a shotgun. I'd completely forgotten what he actually used as a weapon, as a standard weapon. I mean, I can fully believe it, mate. There was a rat. It came at you. It bit you. I can absolutely believe it did that. Do. Turn bonus, nice. I think we actually... Did we get a bit of HP back, or is that all experience? I think that was probably all experience. Do. We are so heroic, yes. I do in some ways miss this sort of RPG, because they were quite fun in their sort of simplicity. Just go round a dungeon. It was a nice gap filler, I think. Key thing. Oh, bang! I've got a gun! I'm a butler with a gun! Oh! I'm a butler with a gun and a level 6! A nail-in was picked up. I think a nail-in is a health booster. I can't remember. I suppose I can just look, can't I? Yes, there you go. It raises my health. Psycho. Oh, there was an L on the end. A guntler. Yes, a guntler. Or a bottle gun. Or a butlin, I suppose. Butlin? Too close to butlins, isn't it? You wouldn't want to go to butlins. Cures confusion. Because it calms the nerves. I wouldn't necessarily have called that psycho, but there you go. I don't know which way I want to go, but I'll do it this way. It might be good. Oh, good trap. My fupa has been restored, and a little man is trying to kill me. I'm little man. Oh, leapy little man. Oh, probably racist. Redback widow and a popo tribesman.
There you are.
I think we might need to remove the word probably in the previous statement. Linnea, please don't die. Yeah! I'm going to jab you with my stick. A little first aid to you, please, Linnea. Thank you. There we go. Oh, we're flashing. That's something good. Oh, there we go. Yes, the Magna Snap. Snapping the enemy, an enemy rank. Oh, that's a shame. I haven't really got... I'm going to do it there, though, but we'll at least look at it. Pow! It's a bit more spectacular if you actually have multiple enemies. Like that, it's a bit dull, isn't it, really? The Phage Casserole. Lowers the attack of all the enemies. Yeah, we might as well go with that. I think it's roughly the same thing.
How do you like this one?
I don't know. I don't think they're going to enjoy it. Oh! Hey! I am the Demon Chef. Oh, they took a shitload of damage from that as well. Bap, bap, bap. I'm level 7, baby. A mag launcher. Ha! EZ. Damn straight. Linear cannon. And mag launcher. We're adventurers for hire. And we're gonna get the treasure. Yeah. We can go closer if you particularly wanted, but not necessarily the greatest of perspectives. What is this? A Purol. And a Trap Search. And a Visual. I'm assuming a Visual and a Purol. Not sure what a Purol would do, but I'm assuming a Visual is going to be something to do with cures blindness. That is what I was going to say, I promise. It's the visual part. The visu kind of gave it away. Trap Search on the current floor, so I might save that for the next floor, because we've already encountered one trap on this floor, and I don't know if they'll necessarily do more than one trap. I'm not saying they can't do more than one trap, I'm just saying I don't think they will. Oh, they did. But it's a monster trap, which has surprised me, but is not necessarily troublesome, but not necessarily deadly. Please start believing it, kiddo. Please start believing it. Right. Shoot it! Shoot her! Shoot her! Do I want to use a hand? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see. That was actually... Oh, this is the learning flash. People who are flashing can learn a new move. That's what that means. So Linear can learn a new move. And I remember now, sometimes, because I think learning a new move is free. Now, it's often good to just learn them, because then you can get on to learning the next one. But it's also sometimes... Right. What were we doing? Running around here. And so much for my little theory of they don't always put in... I've already been through one trap. They're not going to have more than that, are they? Yep. But no, they've very much had quite a lot of traps here. Although I must admit, I am possibly slightly stuck for where to go. Although I must admit, I may have walked past the staircase. Oh, hello, you can jump! Pointless jumping coming. Staircase. Where are you? Staircase. I'm staring down the barrel of a gun for the staircase. Just checking some of the other buttons. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Where's the barrel of a gun when you need it? so I can stare down. Pointless jump. 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 Oh, there's the staircase. My God, the staircase was here all along. Still worthwhile always exploring all of your avenues, but the staircase is here. Staircase is the well you need it. Oh, hello, there's a path over here as well. Oh, remember when I said on the next floor I was going to use that trap viewer? Use the trap viewer. Now you know the locations of all the traps. But do I know what sort of trap they are? Because as we just saw, there are some traps that are good traps. I remember listening to someone that used to do a QA for video games and them saying that nothing made them respect the development team more than putting in a jump button when they didn't need one. Pointless jump. Pointless jump. Oh, hello. In fairness, I don't know it. I don't 100% know it's a pointless jump. So there may be a good reason to be able to jump onto little platforms or something. It's just at the moment, it's a pointless jump. Pow! Gonna punch you in the face. So what have you got as your antidote touch? Okay, we don't really need to learn that. Press must be an ocarina. Oh, one of them's already at the front, but do you know what? We're gonna let her do the ocarina just for a bit of shits and giggles, really. There you go. Come forth and enjoy the ocarina. You know you bloody want to. Get shot in the face, you stupid spider. Ow, don't poke my old man in the knackers. Only I can poke my old man in the knackers. Ba-ba-la-la. Bong. Goodbye. You thong-wearing bastard. Mokana Ampool. God, I can't remember what it does, but I do remember the word. It's weird, of course. Some of the things you remember that you didn't know you were remembering. Small vial that restores 100 HP and 80 FP. So one of the big ones, one of the good ones. Right, headgear, accessory 2, lucky pendant. Yeah, go for it. Cyframe, here we go. Do I have any other parts? No, I don't. And linear only has frying pans, but if you were concerned, it's a scratch-resistant non-stick frying pan. Just in case you were slightly concerned as to the level of frying pan she's building. An antique gun that has been well cared for. Oh, careful, that is a bad trap. Good traps and bad traps, I think, are fairly... A Venomol! Guess what that does? It removes poison. I'm not even going to look in the inventory this time. I guarantee you that Venomol is one of the new Pokemon, inevitably, I think. But also it's going to remove poison. Oh, there we go, we've managed to get round in the circle. Good, we'll go back this way. Because we want to head up as opposed to down. Let's go traversing around and around. Okay, there's an enemy. Oh, scratch that, there's two. Not entirely sure whether I hit the rat's tail or the spider's arse. Must have been the spider's arse. That's fine. Do spiders have faces on their arse? Now you'll be able to see that the Magna Staff is actually quite a good move. Pow! 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 Because he just did a triple threat. And he just wiped out 3 spiders in a row. Good man, Mag Launcher. Good man. I do like Mag Launcher as a character and as a sort of... And it just... The Cyframe idea... It's just weird that they've all got these weird and wonderful little Cyframes. And one of them is just a straight up hand. And it can use tools. As we've seen. We have seen the hammer. I think I mentioned earlier. There is... oh, let's... oh, no, he caught me. Oh, he must have caught... Yeah, I think... Did a party actually extend out of my backside? No, they don't. So I don't know precisely how he caught me there. I would put forth. He didn't. And I've been bullshitted, but, you know, that seems That seems an unreasonable assessment, perhaps. But luckily, these... I have to say, luckily, these enemies are the easy enemies. Apparently, they showed me by dodging out the way. But I am, in fact, correct. Oh, we've got a second hammer one. A crush hammer. No, I think we might leave the crush hammer until maybe we get close to a boss fight. Because then I can learn and use at the same time without costing me the FP, which right this very second I can only think of as being interpreted as fanny points. And that, it turns out I didn't get a pureole, I got a puerile. Oh, hey, Mr. Spider. Are you gonna... Nah, you just want something. Yeah. Mr. Spider wants some. And he's gonna get some. He's gonna get double both barrels to the face. That's what we like to see. A little first aid for Grey. The old man is dying. He's an old man. Look at him. But I can't deny, magnificent ponytail. Slightly biased, owing to the fact that I too am in possession of long hair that is most often seen in a ponytail. It's a fact you may not have known, but it is nonetheless the situation. And if you were Charlotte Ritchie, you would always, of course, ask, what's the situation? It's Taskmaster reference for anybody wondering. Right, we theoretically now know where the stairs are. And by theoretically know where the stairs are, I don't necessarily know it will help me. Okay, so that's a gas trap, but I do feel like maybe... Oh, I'll tell you what, actually, there might be an alternate path that will take me to just the other side. Okay. Nope, fuck them. Leave them alone. Because I don't think there's a good trap that would be worth risking many bad traps. So we shall leave it alone. An immediate staircase. Well, we want to take on the enemies. We want to get as many levels as possible. And ideally, we want to try and start getting some treasure. But I don't think we've picked up any treasure bits. There's been no treasure bits. Because I'm fairly certain you do get treasure in chests, as treasure chest implies. There's a hell of a pair of platform sandals she's got on it. Can't quite recall if this is what if they changed their outfits part way, or whether this is the Evolution 2 outfits they just sort of rejiggered throughout the entirety of this Evolution world or something, but it's not hugely important. I don't know whether I'll get to the end of Evolution or Evolution 2 for that matter, but you know, this might be introduced into the HP restored. This might be introduced into the... I've been perused. You don't want to be perused. It might be introduced into the regular rotation of Hodgepodge games. Because, yeah, it's one of those ones where you can just dip in and out. Go gather some treasure. There is a story. I will just say there is a storyline attached to it. But spinner parts! Yeah! We're gonna put the spinner parts on. We lose a little bit of attack. I'll skip that quickly. So that you didn't hopefully see precisely what the spinner parts is. Let's attack a spider and we will find out what the spinner parts are. I surprised the enemy. I'm going to surprise them more in a moment when I attack them with my spinner parts. So the benefit of spinner parts is they are just a single slot. It's a yo-yo, but with no string, because I imagine string was quite hard to try and get put into a game back here. Might be above the graphical budget that this game possessed to actually keep a string attached. But then again, I might be wrong. Maybe there is a string in some of his later moves. But linear up to level 7, good. They're all catching up nicely to mag, which is what you want. But yeah, so I will just clarify the Psyframe. Special attacks with a yo-yo. So hammer is stronger, of course, as you would expect, but takes up 2 slots. Whereas if I have the spinner parts, I can have, you know, I can change the hand parts as well, but why you ever would, I do not know. But yeah, Psyframes have a certain level of interactivity and interchangeability, and you get different tools. I can't quite remember all of them, but there's a couple of mags that stick in the mind. Because as I say, most of them are things you can put in a hand, because his overall Psyframe is a hand. So, and before you ask, I'm sure you would never be this immature to ask this question, but no, he doesn't have a penis in that hand. There is never a penis in his hand, third hand or otherwise. This is a children's-ish game. There's no penises involved. Let's whack a spider with a frying pan. It is very creepy, that face on their backside, isn't it? Very creepy indeed. Mag and Co. defeated the enemy. I think it's whoever lands the final blow and Co. maybe? I'll have to try it and see if I get a different result if someone else actually finishes this battle. But I have not done that experiment yet. I should be able to back attack that spider. That's what we like to see. Oh yeah! We like to see people back attack spiders. Pow! Punched in the face. Smashed on the head. So this should be Linear and Co. There you go, I'm correct. It's whoever lands the final blow and Co. Which I'm trying to open a business called Blow and Co. at this point. What they do, I do not know. I just like the name Blow and Co. Hey, come on down to Blow and Co. We do terrible things or good things. Depends. We either blow things up or we won't divulge to the other side of the business. That's a lot of spiders. Alarming volume. The spiders are here. Oh, I don't have loop-de-loop. I thought I did. Magna combo. I see. I might save the TP to once again use that for free. Let's go after the guy in the front row. This is fairly standard RPG fare, I think, or standard this sort of battle system fare. Obviously, not every RPG has this sort of system. Blow and Co. related to Sneed's Feed and Seed. Nice. I don't know. I don't think it is. But where's Sneed's Feed and Seed come from? Or even where's Chuck's Feed and Seed? Or is it? Or was it Sneed's Feed and Chuck? Or Chuck and Seed? Chuck and Feed and Seed and Chuck. Chuck Feed Seed. I'm glad you're all warmed up. We've been in this dungeon quite some time. I would expect you to be warm by now. Let's grab another treasure chest. I'm nailing it. Do we have any appraisal stuff? No. Cool. Valuables tidy. No, fine. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. I didn't want fancy stuff anyway. Goddamn rat turned around. What a bastard. But it's a Rattergate with an earring, which is a weird choice. And to be honest, it looks a little bit like it's got high heels on as well. Or at least like flat shoes, but the sort of shoes that are right down low on the foot, barely cover a foot. That sort of shoe. But I think it's just a graphical thing. I don't think it's meant to. I think it's meant to just have little rat feet. But they do start looking like they've got just that little bit. Yeah, go on. That's what we like to see. Smash it! That's what we... Oh, no! Disappointed! Gonna have to follow up with a shotgun. Come on, Mag! You can kill a rat with one shot. Sticky web, no! Not sure that web had to be brown, guys. Although maybe it would have been even weirder to have that face spewing white web. I don't know, but brown definitely not a good colour for that. Let's It's a Simpsons joke. At one point they go to a shop that is called Sneed's Feed and Seed with a smaller sign beneath it saying formerly Chuck's. Do. Right, where are we going next? I do not know. I do not know. I do not know where I'm going next. Probably up here. Now, the unfortunate thing is I appear to have explored the whole map, but neglected to note where the staircase is. Ah, there's the staircase. Marvellous. Go on with yourself. Go on, have a cup of tea. Go on. This way I'll do. Traversing endless tunnels. A trap search! Yay! I don't fancy using my trap search immediately, but I will go after this spider. Okay, note to self, this is where the staircase is. Whether that note to self is going to help, I don't know. Because I'm nothing if not consistent in my incompetence. Triple spider kill once more, Mag! Yeah, boy! That's what we like to see. Oh, that's not what we like to see. You left one alive, you fool. Don't worry, Linear can pick up the slack. I was explaining the battle system slightly more. This one, it's got sort of lines of things. You can see here, it's got 3 ranks, I suppose you'd call them. And the furthest, the rear rank, high defense, low attack, I think. Mid rank, middling to everything. Forward rank, a little bit higher on your offense, but higher on your lower defense as well. It's that style of system, which is why I might consider... No! I don't want to be carrying too much. I knew it was inevitable at some point. Oh, chameleon colour, what's that? Oh. I don't really need that. Nailins are slightly more useful to me. Puro... No, skill blocks is going to be troublesome. What's the... Although, having said that, we've got a few of them, so we'll get rid of that. That's fine. I think... Yep, that's alright. It's a shame I can't sort of use immediately there. I can now sort of use and... so we'll pop a little... Ah, you bastard. This is one of those annoying ones where sometimes the visual cues don't necessarily match up with what they're asking you to do. So here, I assumed it was going to be mag linear grey on a left and right orientation. It wasn't. It's mag linear grey in an up and down orientation. I get tricked into that a lot, an alarming amount. Right, let's see. We shall also perhaps use... Now, is that a second lucky pendant? Yeah. Yes, it was. Okay, well, that solves one more inventory space. Right, staircase here. We must remember the staircase is here. 4. We need... Oh, I've been blinded. I've been blinded and I cannot see. It's actually quite an interesting blind effect in this one. Because it doesn't necessarily stop you progressing, but it is still quite difficult to see, which is, yeah, kind of definition of blind, really, isn't it? But it also takes away the minimap, which I think is quite a good notion when it comes to doing a blind. Did I catch him from the rear? I don't think I did. Diddly diddly dee. No, I did not. Oh, I was going to put Mag on the front row, wasn't I? Oh well, I did not. That sucks.
There you are.
There you are. 2 bullets to the face. That's what we like to see. He is such a stereotypical butler. It is almost painful. If it wasn't quite so entertaining. What? You? I'm going to fix you up real good. Time for dinner.
I can't believe it.
And Mag, he can never believe it. I don't know why. He's done 5 floors of this so far. So you'd have thought by now he might have started believing it. But nope, he refuses. He point blank refuses to believe it. Sticky web! Ugh. It's a lot more like it's a shitty web. And that's not something you need in your life. Pull! Do 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 do. Ow. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Right, so what I'm considering doing, it may be regrettable, but it is what I'm going to do anyway. Partey, battle formation. Right. Mag, up front. Linear, down the rear. And then Grey can stay in the middle, because he is the middling man. He is grey in the middle, but he's grey everywhere else as well. Eventually I'll get to the right thing. Change to a hairband? Yes. Go for it. I'm assuming you can't have a frilly ribbon. No. Can you have a frilly ribbon? No. Grey's not allowed a frilly ribbon. He's an old man, he don't do no frills. It's such a weird design decision, isn't it? Because you do wonder, in like some kind of design meeting, did they turn around and go, you've designed a lovely rat, but I've got one crucial note that I've got on this. It has to have a pirate's earring. And the designer was going like, sorry, why... Why would... Where,
Now I'm warmed up.
I'll just put the earring on. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just put an earring on it. If you did it, you could put an earring on it. If you could, then you put an earring on the rat. If you design a rat, then you should have put an earring on it. I mean, in fairness, it's not that much worse than the original version of that song, truth be told. Shoot it, yeah. You imply that it didn't go the other way around. What, that the designer came in and went, I put an earring on it, and the rest of the team went, I don't, why? I don't understand, why? No, we don't need earrings on rats. And then one of the other design members went, he's having a hard time at home, you know, just let him have this one. Just let him have this one, right? And so they turned around and went, yeah, go on then. Wasn't one of their designers fighting with their boss to keep the earring on the rat? I demand the earring must stay on the rat. They had whole protests and everything. He said, I'm not coming to work unless the rat gets an earring. And the boss finally caved and went, the rat gets an earring. And it was a victory for the little man against the machine. And a victory for rats who enjoy earrings everywhere. Got feeling this might be a trap corridor. It is not. Superb. I've already lost precisely where the staircase was, but still. In fairness, we might be heading towards it. All of these places do basically loop round on themselves, which is quite good. It's a thought largely inspired by the story of Bayonetta's glasses. Alright. I take it is that a known thing though? Because I don't know it, if it is a known thing, but that doesn't surprise me. But was that an actual sort of crucial thing in the design of Bayonetta? She must have glasses. No. Why would she have glasses? She must have the glasses. Pow! We're chewing through enemies nowadays. Easy. Oh yeah! Mag leveled up. Linear leveled up. And Grey's feeling left out. Poor bloke. He doesn't get to level up. We've already said no to that. Camilla wanted her to have glasses and got in loads of fights with the management over it. Oh, blimey. He must have won, though, didn't he, eventually? Because certainly in the second game, Sorry, whenever I use the controller with one hand, my characters end up drunk. So the moment I took my hand off the controller, he started. I'm overemphasizing it at that point, but nonetheless, it is a case. I find that in Yakuza as well. The moment I only do it in one hand, for some reason I can't keep it straight for love nor money. In the end, he won the fight and gave every character in the game eyewear of some description. Nice. I don't know, there's something magnificent about that, despite it not being a huge deal, but I think it's the extra spite that just makes it marvellous. Absolutely bloody marvellous, that one. Oh, he's blowing a dart. Do. Doesn't really fully make sense how he blows darts, because I think he blows the spear, and the tip of the spear goes poof, and then he just regrows the tip of his spear. I've been blinded. I've blinded and I cannot see. Well, I can slightly see, but I don't really want to engage in an enemy whilst blinded. Oddly enough, I know that sounds like a crazy plan. Oh, well, never mind. Gonna have to go through these guys for real, yeah. Smash them with your frying pan. Ooh, yeah, that's what we like to see. There you are. There we are. There we are. Try the middling undamaged rat. Spider even. It's a spider. I genuinely thought Mag on front row. I really thought he was going to be able to handle that one. Turns out he couldn't handle that one. I should have done it the other way around, yeah. Linear could have probably finished off Mags, and Mags could have finished off Linear's. But never mind. We'll just end one so that we have one less. His Twitter account was hilarious back before he started blocking everyone that tweeted at him in English. Interesting. Well, I suppose arguably, if you don't speak English... I don't know if I'd necessarily block it, but I suppose arguably if he's become... Probably in my perspective, he's probably become popular and people have started bombarding him with messages in English. And if he doesn't necessarily speak English, or, you know, if it takes him even the tiniest amount of effort to translate it in his brain, it is still sort of like, I don't think I'll do it. But still. Insane man who cannot be stopped. Aren't all Japanese game developers insane men who can't be stopped? What else have you... Oh, you've got first aid. That's a good one. But we don't necessarily want it just yet. Oh, that's the problem with moving my friends around. Maybe we'll want to go elsewhere. Shivery Melody. I don't really want to push them back, to be honest. Talents. Talk them out of fighting. Go on, try that. Because you're definitely not going to be able to kill a spider, so maybe you can convince it to leave. Yay! A Claymore ran away. The rest of them didn't, though, so the rest of them are going to get shot and punched. More insane than most. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, I see. If you're... Well, I can't necessarily blame him for that. You've answered a question 1,000 times before. But then again, there's probably slightly better ways to do that in a sort of slightly more PR-ish sort of way. You could build a frequently asked questions and link it on your profile and stuff. That way, you wouldn't have to just go blocked. But then again, I suppose maybe he doesn't give two shits. Oh, that is a PR thing, is it? I suppose any PR is good PR, I guess. But I would say that's giving possibly the wrong impression. But maybe that's just me. Oh, I found a cycle, but I'm carrying too much shit. We'll use it on Linear again. And then maybe, I don't know what else we got that I don't necessarily need. Herbs. Oh, that's just a super heal. Item search. Whereabouts are we? We're heading towards the end of this area, so what I might try and do is, I think I've got a trap search and an item search in hand. Once we go up the staircase, I will try Now, was the I don't think the staircase was here, was it? I think it's the next one along. There we go. Which way? That way. For the Kickstarter campaign for the Wonderful 101, there was a backer reward that was Camille will block you. That's fair. I've seen that sort of idea before. And I suppose arguably, you know, if for some reason that gets people to be like, yay! I suppose you get a notification, don't you, that you could possibly show off. It's like, look, I've been acknowledged in some fashion. We finally made it to the top. Sweet! Sweet as a nut. It's probably a boss fight. Which means using these is probably entirely unnecessary, but I am nonetheless going to do a little item search. Cheeky little item search. Cheeky little trap search. Oh yeah. Do. One of his tweets made it into Bayonetta as a taunt. Nice. Very impressive. No, I don't want to escape from the dungeon, thank you. What is this? This is just a general save. Which is probably lucky, because I've just realised I've been playing this game, been playing this game like fucking hour and a quarter, and I haven't saved it once at this point. But there you go. Never mind. It wouldn't have made that much difference if it had gone off, but would have been mildly miffing, but still. That's unfortunate. I forgot that that's a thing. Although having said that, it may not have come up. Don't know. I feel like it must have. But yeah, not optimal that being there, but nonetheless. Cheer up. Encourage friends and restore some HP. Yes, restore some HP to Mag. He has got a little bit. Buck up now, yes. Buck up on anime lines. Nice. So we've got the Phillips head screwdriver frog. That's what we like to see. For now, I think just attack it with linear. He used to respond to people whose questions he thought were stupid with ask your mum. Nice. Right. Magna combo. The old 1, 2, 3. 2. And big uppercut. Yeah. Pow. Right in the chin. Diddly-doo. Squished. Oh, nasty. But very good showing of all of the principles of animation there. Stretch and squash. Perfect showing of those. Right. Concentrate. Yes. It's time for concentration. Oh, wide-eyed butler. That's you know he's taking it seriously now he's opened his eyes. My God. Spinner parts. Yeah, loop-de-loop. And this one's, of course, interesting because it's a weird... It's a circular motion that completely misses the target. That's genuinely impressive. Mac Punch. Ooh. Yeah. Go on, we'll learn Mac Punch. Why not? If you want to know how to talk to a lady, ask your mother. Don't remember the line specifically. Oh, fast than a speeding punch. You'll know you got hit with a Mac Punch. When I come forth, a shivery melody. No, it's useless to me. You go first. Actually, that is probably very useful. Mag, please go first. Mag is given their turn. Yes, he is. Can't do dive punch, which is a bit of a shame, but I think the Magna combo might be the slightly more powerful. But then again, I think Mac Punch might be single target as well, so I'm not sure. 139. So let's try and keep the number 139, give or take, in your brain. 139. Just shoot it. Bang. He did a shooty no shoots. And now just twat it with the frying pan. I'm not going to bother fiddling around. We're just going to... Oh! I'm just going to try and pull this monster. Yeah, look at me. I'm a Phillips head screwdriver. You and me are made for each other. 139. Mac Punch! Pow! Oh, it's your body! 123, so the Mac Punch I think is slightly weaker. This time, do you know what we'll do? Oh, do you know what we'll learn? First Aid, because it's a useful and important spell. And nice to be able to... Again, if you do notice, we don't need Buck Up at the moment. Funny Veggie Salad, I don't think it's going to go to sleep. Store up more... I mean, I can't imagine that's going to be useful, but we'll let him do it. He can learn it and do it at the same time, but he's storing up his energy. I suppose arguably what I could do is just defend with the other two for a moment or two. Go on. We'll defend with Mag. And defend with Linear. And then that'll give him another chance to store up power. And then we'll have to defend again, but that's fine. Although I haven't said that we may heal all this time. No, I think we're... Well... I think we're okay. We'll see what sort of damage he does. Hiya! So he's not only the gun butler, he's also the karate butler. Gray and Co. Mag went up to level 11. Nice. Linear went up to level 10. Even nicer. Gray's once again feeling left out. The Santa Maria has been picked up. What shall we do with the Santa Maria? Great, let's go back. Cool. That almost makes up for his awful, awful name.
You did it! You cleared the ruins. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, Nina and Erna.
Mag, you can do something if you set your mind to it. I'm so impressed.
How do you know I've
You
done
ain't
things
seen
in the
nothing
past?
Yet. Those ruins were a piece of cake. Next time, give me something I can sink my teeth into.
And by that, I mean, next time I come here, I expect cake.
Listen to you. I like your spirit, so we'll use you again. Keep up the good work. We're counting on you.
Thanks. And it comes out to 1,500.
Excellent, Mag. Please use all of it to rebuild the launcher.
That wasn't a piece of cake, Mac. It was a piece of rock. Wow. He's probably fine. He's too stupid to
I
know.
will be going home now.
Oh, Gray, buddy.
There he goes. Mr. Gray is such a neat guy.
Huh? A neat guy? Are you talking about Gray? Nina, do you have a fever or something?
He's always
Do you
so
secretly
classy
have a
and
crush
gentlemanly.
on Gray?
He's a nice older man. I guess you're too young to understand.
I mean, I think
No, I don't understand. Not a bit.
I think he
Is
might
that
just be
so?
sick.
Maybe in another 10
They had to
years
waste all of their
you'll
fortune on
understand
dental
about
work
what
for you
adults
because
like
you keep eating rocks.
Hello, Mag. The society is closed for the day. We're looking forward to working with you again soon.
That's fine.
Why don't you call it a day and go home for a nice rest?
I can do that. But what I also wouldn't mind doing, game, is walking around the town, maybe? Because I really want to find out. What is this the society? Yes, it is. No, I don't want to talk to Nina and Nana.
Why don't you call it a day and go home for a...
Why don't you
Come on,
shut
Lydia.
up? Why don't you shut up and let me just stand around in the building? How's that sound? Bitch. Apparently I'm not allowed. Do. I think that's Pepper.
We
Yeah, it
need
is.
to wait until tomorrow to leave on an adventure. If we left now, we get back awfully late. Unlike most people, I like to get to bed early to get my beauty sleep. Early to bed, early to rise.
Indeed. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Hey, Chain.
When you get an assignment, give me a call. I'd follow you anywhere.
I think Chain has a crush on Mag.
Hey, it's Linear. I was waiting for you. I wanted to see you.
I think the
Come
small
on,
child
when
has a
you
crush on
lose
Linear.
This debt-ridden deadbeat and be my wife.
Oh, but, no, he's explicitly said it. I thought it was going to be an implied one,
That
but
guy gets on
nope.
my nerves.
he's very much expressed the fact that he wants to marry Linear. Well, we're back in Mag's garden. So I don't necessarily know if I want to do that just yet. I don't know who does things.
Hey Mag, are you off on another adventure? If you are, then take Chain with you too. Don't tell anyone I said this, but when Chain's home, all she does is cause trouble. Just the other day, she got bored and used her frame to bake potatoes. I had a heck of a time repairing it, so please take her with you somewhere, if only to give us a break.
Yeah, I can't help but think baking a potato with a jetpack is A, cool as fuck, and B, probably less dangerous than coming on an adventure with me. But, you know, whatever, buddy. Whatever. If you want me to take your daughter or person you know, I don't know. I'm assuming daughter. Difficult to know for certain. Hello, Miss Melons.
Oh, I wish I didn't have to stay in these clothes in such heat.
Oh, I bet you want to take your clothes off, don't you, Miss Melons?
Well, that's too bad, miss.
Why, how cute. You're blushing. Am I that attractive?
Oh, there is an item. Oh, is this an item shop? It did look like it said item. The Adventurer's Hut. Hello.
Shopping, Meg? Look around. An adventurer can never be too prepared.
And this is Jim. This is straight up Jim. In the case of an item effect is also displayed, please make it reference. Since explanation of an effect is displayed on a lower window when you buy an item, please make it reference.
Is there anything you need?
That felt like a note for the developer, but I'm assuming it wasn't. Battle ponchos! Yeah, Psy boots. Yeah, we want some Psy boots. Okay, let's get... yes. No, that's fine. Mag. Yes, good. Let's sell some of this. Let's sell some of this shit and get rid of the frilly ribbon. The Santa Maria. Right, let's also forget about it, Jim.
Your family and I go way
Jim
back.
looks like he's a bit of a handyman. That's true.
Business with you too.
Yes, I look forward to business with you, but first, Linear needs to have a poncho. Do you think that if something broke in the town that Jim will fix it? And if he does, I fear that Jim will also go to prison. I realise technically the original Mr. Jim will fix it. I don't think he ever did, but, you know, it's a different world. We can perhaps hope for the best. Yes, I would like those. I would also like those. Yes, give them to Linear. I have those. Lucky pendant. Almost broken light. Darkness. Nah, that's not a huge issue. Side boots we've got. So I think it's just the hard hat which we'll give to Mag. Sally's original. Perfect. Now I just need to equip my boots. Equip my Psy boots. They are boots of a cybernetic nature. They will improve my stuff. What have we got here? Get rid of that adventure suit and that.
Thanks, Meg.
Don't worry about it, Jimmy. Don't worry about it, Jimmy. I don't mind purchasing stuff from you, Jimbo.
You two
Hey,
are always
it's
together.
Carrie.
Linear, you must really like Mag a lot. Now don't get embarrassed.
I think if memory
You
serves
should
me,
appreciate Linear,
a little bit
because
of a
Linear
story
always
spoiler
takes
perhaps, but
care of
I think
adventurers.
basically Linear just saw Mag and went, yeah, I'll just hang around that guy. Because he was one of the first people she met. Do 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 ba 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 ba. Hey buddy. Hey oh shit. Hey buddy. Hey Baldy.
Welcome, Mag.
Hey, I'm Sam.
You're a hard worker, aren't you? Thanks for everything, Mag. Don't take on any unnecessary risks, okay?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
think
for
it's
fuck's sake.
important to avoid extremes.
It's died again. Like it did last summer. I don't know why Twitch is being a little bitch. Oh, now I know why Twitch is being a bitch. 'Cause the whole internet has died on its ass. Nope, it appears to be slightly more fine now. Maybe it's back, it's difficult to know. Is it back on? It is back on, but it's dropping frames like a motherfucker. Assuming frames are dropped by a motherfucker. Oh no, it's gone again. Well, that's good. Power up the parts for Mag. Ooh, let's Power up his hand parts. Can I wait a second? Yes, I can, sir. I don't know if I want to dedicate myself to spinner parts at the moment. I need an upgrade kit. Of course I do.
Equip your cipher.
Equip your cipher query. Yeah. Oh, nay, it was on, then it wasn't on, then it was on, and then it wasn't on, then it was, then it wasn't, then it was on. No, I think it's absolutely buggered beyond belief. Could you stop fucking about, yeah, please? Oh, yeah. Oh, now we appear to be back live. I don't know. Is that true or is it false? I'm not sure. It looks like it's back on, but there's another thing with the things, of course. So we shall refresh those and get them hopefully sorted out. There we go. Stuff's been refreshed. I think the only thing that was missed for the live viewer was that I enhanced my cipher. I did. I enhanced my cipher. I made it better in the handsy. Better in the handsy nature. I'm gonna deal with my cipher.
Well done, Mag. Today's adventure was a huge
Yes,
success.
it was.
See? Didn't I tell you I wouldn't make any more mistakes? I'm darn good when I
Did I enhance it into mech? No, I'm afraid not. I just enhanced it into being slightly more handsy.
Hunting through the ruins like that, you look just like your father. You have set my mind at ease.
I'm glad.
Father. I wonder how he
My
is.
father.
Since Linear's letter, there's been no word from him at all.
It's that old
yes.
chestnut.
I remember that
Daddy's
1
gone,
month after your
disappeared
father
into the
disappeared in
ruins. He definitely didn't go out for cigarettes and fuck off with another woman.
The snow was falling in heavy flakes.
He disappeared in the
And
ruins.
suddenly Linear
disappeared
appeared
in the
alone
ruins.
in the doorway. She held a letter from your father. Please, Mag, watch after Linear until my return. I'm depending on you. It's hard to believe that 3 years have gone by since that night Linear first came. It must be something
I mean, she's
serious
doing it
that's
wrong
keeping
if
him
she's.
away. But he will return. You mustn't lose heart, Mag.
Are you making a rude suggestion again? Yeah. Always.
Lose heart? No one's losing heart. Father is an adventurer. I'm sure he's on an adventure somewhere.
No, Mag. Nah, mate, nah. Daddy's dead, Mag.
That's the spirit,
Daddy's
Mag.
definitely dead,
You are
dead
so
at this point.
grown up now.
Oh, fuck you and your fucking sound alerts. Da, 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 da. Hopefully that's sorted that out. Fairly certain it should have sorted it out previously, but it's because it keeps bloody disconnecting the sodding thing. Don't worry, Mag. Any day now your father will return from the shops with that milk. Exactly.
It seems like only yesterday that I was changing your diapers.
Look, don't mention that in front of Linear. I'd had a bad curry. It was a difficult time.
And washing your sheets in secret from everyone after you wet the bed.
I had a few pints as well, which is, in fairness, what led to me eating the bad curry, because I just got it from a roadside vendor that looked dodgy as fuck. It's fine. There's no need to mention it in front of
The
Linear.
memories. Those days are gone forever. It's a little sad.
Now I'm on the lash again next week, so I'd get the piss remover and the diapers ready again.
Hey, don't bring up old stuff. Are you trying to embarrass me? Man, I don't believe this guy.
I absolutely believe that guy. He just did it. For a sort of adventurer who's supposed to be sort of experienced in seeing adventures and stuff, he really doesn't believe much.
I slept like a log.
Good morning, Mag. At last you are awake, I see.
Yeah. Morning, Gray. Good morning, Linear.
I did not awaken you this morning as you seemed exhausted from your adventure. You were sleeping like a baby.
No, I slept like a
Thanks,
log.
Ray. Boy,
Or
wish
did
it
I
was nice
sleep like a
every morning.
twig? Which, of course, as everybody knows, is a baby log.
Every morning? I couldn't possibly allow you to sleep past noon every day.
You logged like asleep.
Someone from the 8th Imperial Army came this morning and caused
That's
a
what
commotion.
programmers do, isn't it? I logged a very good sleep, yes.
What?
If
The
sleepy,
Imperial Army?
go sleep.
They were looking for me?
Yes, I couldn't tell them you were still sleeping, so I sent him away and told them we would contact them later.
Hey, I was tired, okay? Anyhow, what does the military want with me?
They're going to conscript you.
Apparently, a research team has arrived at
No, they're
Pan Am
not.
Port for a joint investigation of the ruins with the Society. The scope of this joint investigation includes the fabled Psi-frame Evolution, which we also seek. They wish to speak to the head of the Launcher family because of his considerable knowledge of evolution.
Yeah, they're going to be terribly disappointed,
Me?
aren't they?
Knowledge of evolution?
Yeah, see, he's a fucking
I should
idiot.
be the one asking them about evolution.
The 8th Empire is said to be the most
If it wasn't
technologically
obvious, I think that's
advanced
why the
of Eastern
game's called
powers,
Evolution.
now jostling for
Because the
supremacy.
Psi-frame was called Evolution.
So the mighty 8th Empire is looking for evolution, huh? I guess I'd better get off my butt, too.
Oh, there is nothing to worry about. Just go to Pan Am Port to meet with the investigating team.
Why are they the 8th Empire? Because the 7th failed, and the 6th failed. And the 5th were doing well, but then they fell as well.
After all, we're talking about evolution, the legendary Psi.
1, 2,
frame
3,
that
4, we
launchers
don't
have
remember
searched
anymore.
100 years for. Not even the 8th Imperial Army will find it that easily. Of that I assure you.
Although, having said that, they are... Did they actually specify 8th Empire, or is it just the 8th Imperial Army? Because that's probably an Imperial... Oh, they did. Okay, that's fine. If it was just 8th Imperial
I
Army
guess
that
you're right.
cropped up, then of course
Maybe
that
I
could
will
just
go
be...
see them. I'd like
I've
to
got...
have a look at the
I've built an
8th
Imperial Army, now I've built another one, now I've built another one, etc, etc. Quite possibly, it is of that era.
Come on, Linear, let's go. We're going out for a walk. We should be back soon. Take care of things while we're gone, Gray.
I mean, that's literally why we don't pay
Have a
that,
good
man.
Time, Mag.
I get the impression this might be a little bit of a sort of Bruce Wayne, Alfred situation. I'm not 100% certain we are officially paying... oh my god, look at this guy. I don't know if we're officially paying Gray. He just does things anyway because he feels obliged because, you know, he's been with the Launcher family for a while. Hello.
Oh, why are there two of you? I had heard that Asrock Launcher had one son. At least I'm fairly sure that's what the briefing report said.
I must admit, I don't think Asrock Launcher is a gun. I think they just named him Asrock.
I am the divine crown
Oh, I'm
prince of the
fucking
8th
Eugene.
Empire, inheritor and direct descendant of the Leopold dynasty. And I am supreme commander of the 8th Imperial Army, admiral in charge of the Western Regional Forces. Welcome.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
The Psi-frame Evolution has always been a legend. Anyone who knows anything about archaeology, or an adventurer for that matter, would have heard of it.
The eyes are amazing, aren't they?
It contains limitless energy, or it can create such energy. There are many legends, all different. We don't know. We don't even know if such a
Is there
thing
any
ever
name we
existed.
can call you other than Eugene?
It appears in legends and stories.
Nope,
and
I'm
in
afraid
no
he is
history
officially
books.
Eugene.
That's all.
Yes, but I think it definitely exists.
Now say, I know it
Actually, we have
exists,
been
and I know
studying
what it is.
imperial ruins for the last few years, and our knowledge has advanced rapidly. As a result of this, we are quite sure that evolution does exist, and that it is right
I
here
fully
in the
concur.
Northrop Republic.
I fully
That's
concur on both
incredible.
counts.
I knew it existed. I'll have to start looking for it myself.
Well, as you like. We just wanted to get the cooperation of this country's society to do some joint exploration. But when our Ministry of Intelligence did some preliminary research, we found some interesting news.
Interesting news?
It seems that your father, Asrock Launcher, might have already discovered something extremely important relating to evolution.
And that's why he
My
disappeared.
father? He never never told me anything.
I'm going to struggle to respect you while also acknowledging that your name is Eugene. I mean, in fairness, I don't think you're supposed to respect this man. I mean, look at his choices. I mean, honestly. Look at his choices. That colour green with red epaulets and fucking... It looks a bit more like a jousting pole. Lance, I suppose, technically, isn't it? But specifically jousting pole because of the bands around it, rather than a sword, which is just silly, sir.
That might lead to Evolution's discovery, do you?
I mean, you're talking to the wrong man. He's just so thick.
Your father brought home.
Well, as a matter of fact,
Well, what?
everything he brought home from the ruins he traded to the Society. We were always in debt, you see.
Really, that's too bad. So none of these objects are in your hands anymore?
No, by now they're probably
From the
discovered
side, his
in
eyes are
other
even funnier.
countries.
Because they appear to have a bit of geometry running right down that eye in a very peculiar
And I
fashion.
thought you would be of some use, too.
I think it's because what they've
Now we
tried to
have
do
no more clues to go on.
with the limited polygons they've got available is they've tried to give the eye a little bit more sort of push out at the top, but from the side
Now
it
we
just
have
ends
to
up
go
looking
after
very
Evolution?
peculiar.
No way.
He's a prince that's been introduced to you early in an JRPG, and he isn't in your party, so he's clearly meant to be a twat. Yes, it's a fair point.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Sorry to have wasted your time. You may go now, Mag Launcher.
That's not a very nice way to thank somebody.
It's just a figure of speech. I'm just saying I have no more use for you.
Thanks a lot. No one's ever been so rude to me.
I find that very hard to believe.
Linear. There's nothing more for us here.
Yeah, there's one more thing I would like to ask.
I'm not going to go on a date with you,
Oh,
sir.
so you've changed your mind now. Well, what do you want?
I was wondering, would you give Linear over to me? I'm sure she would be very happy serving as my maid.
Well,
What are you talking about?
I
Are you
I
making
wait
some kind of
impatiently for the
joke?
day I can punch you in the face.
Well, we're out of here.
How dare you ask for someone? I mean, it's a beautifully instant way to make you dislike a character, isn't it? For him to turn around and
Might as
go,
well go.
"Can I have the
I thought
woman?
there might be
She'd
something
make a
interesting
magnificent
because it was the army.
maid."
But when we were done talking, they just told us to get out. Talk about rude.
Yeah, telling us to
That
get out
Eugene
bit.
guy's really weird.
That's not the rude
Gives me the
part,
creeps.
mate. That's not the rude part. He's the posh guy that works for the main villain that's introduced early. Indeed. Absolutely. Stop swaying, Mag. You look weird. Oh,
How are things? Is everything going smooth?
I don't know, but that's not the domain of a good guy, is it? That's not the domain of a good guy. It's all veiny and horrible. That's not the fun people's place to go, is it?
Sensors are operating normally. As you can see, we are now beginning to pick up both large and small sci-frame emissions.
This stubborn old thing is finally beginning to work, I see. Good. I have already dealt with the ministries and had negotiations with the society. Now the game really begins.
I mean, in fact, we've been going about an hour and 3/4.
The silly old men in the Imperial Senate who opposed to this plan to the last are about to be proved wrong. Notify the society. We are blockading the ruins as originally planned. The 8th Imperial Army will supervise. Yes, sir. Understood.
Whoops. Too eager to get on to the next line.
She was so pretty. I'd love to have her around always.
Oh, disgusting.
Yes, indeed.
You disgust me, sir. You disgust me. Behind my back, you started talking about me. Oh, here she is with her ocarina.
That must be Linear playing her ocarina. Ah,
I mean,
I
you are
never
literally
thought
looking right
I'd
at
hear
her.
that sound.
Unless there's a graphical glitch that's occurring, the pair of you are looking at her, blowing into the ocarina, and you make the immense observation of, that must be Linear. The woman I recognise over there playing the ocarina. It must be Linear playing her ocarina.
Yes.
It has a soothing effect on the listener's mind. It's the timber. By the way, do you remember...
Every time he
when
says
Lydia
that word, a
first
tree
came to
falls
us?
over.
Yeah, that was a rough time. She said nothing about my father's letter, and she was so tense all the time.
I mean, in fairness, I don't think she talks at all at the
But when
moment.
you played the ocarina, she somehow calmed down.
After that, she practiced the ocarina every day. It didn't take her long to get better than me. That
I don't think it would
Lydia.
take many people to get better than you. It wouldn't take many people that long to get better than you. There's no need to stop on our account. Also, where she keeps that ocarina, you don't want to know. Oh, of course she can talk to the plants. Man, it's so sad that Mag has been infected with protagonist retardation syndrome.
Lydia's powers brought the dead flowers back to life. Her powers never cease to amaze me.
I know, it's awesome, isn't it?
So that's why the flowers around the house are in bloom all year round. Hey, wait
And
a
in fairness,
minute.
that's probably against
No
the
one
laws
ever
of
told me
nature,
that
because...
Linear had that kind of talent.
I mean, for fuck's sake,
You
mate.
didn't know?
Oh,
Well, of
my
course
God.
you didn't know, Mag.
PRS. PRS.
That's because Linnea tended the flowers early in the morning, when you were still sound asleep. The flowers that bloomed anew bloomed for more than a year. I haven't seen such amazing powers in a long time.
Do you know what? I really wish they'd done an Evolution 3 where you explored Grey's past. Because that's some severe power, and he's just going, I haven't seen power like that in a long time.
Linear.
Like,
Tell me
where
how
did you
she
see
does it.
power like
Come
that
on,
previously,
please.
sir?
When kind-hearted Linnea sees a living thing in pain or distress, she must feel that pain herself. Perhaps God prolongs
called
the
empathy,
flower's
bro.
life so that
Most
Lydia
people have
won't
that.
be saddened by its withering. That's my interpretation. But perhaps I am a tad too romantic.
Yeah, maybe a little. But still, it's great that Linear has that kind of talent.
Well, someone has to around it. I do like the sleeve design she's got. The sort of belty wrap thing. It's quite nice. Oh, here we go. Back to twat face. Just £10 a month can teach a JRPG protagonist to not state whatever inane event is playing out before his eyes. And unfortunately, nobody's ever paid, so they all still do.
Aha! So it is here after all. It must be evolution, the most important legacy from the ancient civilization.
Sir, I have the numbers. The first response was indeterminate, then 9,200. No, 9,300 every 2 seconds.
Wonderful. Now tell me, where is it coming from?
And where is it going?
Approximately 20
Where is it coming
passes
from?
north-northwest of
Cut
here,
my joke.
near Pan Am Town, sir.
Panam Town. Ah, yes, the home of Asrock Launcher. I knew that little brat was hiding something.
No, I think you'll find the little brat just
Seems
has
a
no
little
fucking clue.
spying is in order. I wonder what we will find. Listen, send a message to the homeland requesting official deployment of the 4th Fleet, now on standby. Tell them we need reinforcements to protect the research vessel. They'll wait.
It is very much hitting all the tropes it can. It's probably why I quite like it, because it's so comfortably familiar, because it hits pretty much everything. Oh, here he is, dirty old
Ah, my
man.
sweet Linear. What a coincidence that we should meet at a place
6.5
like this.
out of 10. That's pretty good.
This rendezvous of ours must have been predestined by fate. I had these brought here just for you. I hope you like roses. Roses and women both begin to lose their beauty once they have blossomed. Wouldn't you agree, my dear?
He is just pure,
Don't you get it? A
horrible,
rose is
nasty
most
man,
beautiful
isn't
when
he?
it first begins to bud. And so it is with women. And with you. Now, Linear.
And I haven't
you
even
and I
factored in
will
the
get
age
together-
issue we may be stumbling into here
Hey, Linear,
as well.
is the tea ready yet?
Drat! Right at the good part. Well, if it isn't Mag Launcher, I trust you are well.
Maybe Eugene will fix it, yeah.
You! Eugene, what are you doing here?
Don't stutter. You, Eugene!
Today I thought I would take a break from work and mingle with ordinary civilians such as yourself. As two people both searching for Evolutia, we should learn to see eye to eye, don't you think?
No.
Instead of standing around
No,
talking
I'm,
here,
I'm much
I
shorter
will
than you.
sample your local
I'm not going to be able to see
hospitality
into your
at that
eyes.
shabby-looking
But
house over there.
we're also not going to meet on intellectual grounds either, because you're an asshole.
I can tell what a marvelous adventurer your father was just by looking at you. I hope to meet him someday. I wonder when I will get the chance.
No one knows. We haven't heard anything from him since he wrote the letter that Linear was carrying.
I suspect he is vastly over her age, although her age might not be quite as cut and dry as you might think.
3 years.
Ah, so she was not born into this family?
No, she wasn't. She came here 3 years ago. That was the first time we ever saw her.
So she is not a launcher by blood?
I already told you. She first came here 3 years ago.
Every trope.
Of course, she's family now. Isn't that right, Linear?
You don't suppose 3 years ago? So that's it. Now I see.
Do you? I don't. What do you see? Must be a very good pair of glasses.
You'll have to excuse me now. I just remembered something wonderful that I must do immediately.
Huh? What's he talking about? What's something wonderful? That guy is just weird. Linear, do you think he and I will ever see eye to eye?
Only if you grow several foot. Let me guess, Linear also has amnesia. I don't think she does, no. No, I think Linear just doesn't talk, I think is the key thing. So I don't necessarily think they needed the amnesia angle. Because she won't talk, therefore she doesn't explain things.
Yes, Your Highness.
It's at that point, as a lieutenant, I think I'd go, sorry, can we just clarify why? Because I realise you're giving me an order, but the order is get the girl, get the girl. I'm not 100% comfortable with the order, get the girl, get the girl. Also, I've clearly ignored the order because the girl's that way, and I've walked off the opposite direction.
Why did he leave
But
in
that's
such a
fine.
hurry? Oh well, at least we got rid of that weirdo.
Your Highness, are we the baddies? You've asked us to kidnap a small child, a small girl child. A girl child. Child girl. I wanted to use both the word child and girl in there, and they just didn't fit together in the sentence. But yeah, you've asked us to kidnap a girl. Are we the baddies? Because that sounds like something the baddies would do. I need you to kidnap that girl. Sorry, the laugh at the end kind of makes me think maybe we're the baddies as well.
Good luck to the both of you. I will be awaiting your return.
That's really interesting, unless it's introduced here.
Welcome to the Society. Another adventure today, Mag?
But I wonder if they changed it for Worlds.
Yeah.
Because I swear the first game really emphasised
Good work. It makes things easier
the
for
idea
us,
of
too.
Mag being in debt.
Those 8th Imperial Army goons out looking for Evolution.
And I think you did actually have a sort of... You had a number.
By the way,
I might be getting confused with some of the others, but I could have sworn there was a sort of explicit sort of, you are this much in debt, so you have to do this much to come out of said debt. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's emphasised that as much. Well, you've asked us to kidnap a small child, and the main room of our ship is covered in red vines. These all feel like hallmarks of us being the bad guys.
So bear with us for a little while.
Nonsense. You, take him away and shoot him. You see, that's another one of the things that might prove us the bad guys.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought the Society was an academic organization. Since when did you go military?
Their survey team uses high-tech equipment, and the soldiers can take care of the monsters. The survey's objectives are scientific, so the Society's directors just couldn't say no, apparently.
They could have, if they really tried.
Oh well, the survey will be over soon anyway.
I have an assignment for different ruins if you're interested. Will this do?
Okay, I got it. Sure, I'll do it.
All right, I'll get you clearance right away. You can leave on
There's
your
nothing
new
evil
adventure
about red
whenever you're
vines.
ready.
There are many things more evil than red vines. Oh yeah, like what? Probably the black vines. Rat's anus, yes.
Well then, good luck. Give it your best, Mag.
That is
Come on,
possibly
Rainier,
one of the
let's
greatest
go.
sketches of all time, I think. They really... That one just nailed everything that needed to be a great sketch. Speak to a colleague and form a party. So yeah, it's interesting. I'll probably do a different party member next time, but yeah. I could have sworn maybe the Dreamcast version was slightly different. I definitely feel like there was quite heavy emphasis on this idea that you actually had to sort of pay back the debt, and that's why you were going on your adventures, whereas this seems to have skipped past that bit. Maybe they felt it didn't work as a mechanic and they just went, nah, we'll just let them go. Do 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 do. Ah, there we go. I was trying to find a save spot, but apparently there's not save spots. There's just save on the thing. Slightly too young from the Michelin Web look when it aired. Oh. Why do you have to say these things? Because these things make people like me feel old. I need you not to say things like that. But there you go. Anyway, I'll stop evolution at the moment. Oh, here we go. Right. I mean, it definitely worked, but I don't necessarily want that to be up as high as it seemed to be. Yeah. I think that's probably going to work. But the thing that almost broke earlier updated, so that's nice. Shall we stick to this one, or shall we go elsewhere? I think we might go elsewhere. Precisely where or what, I don't know, but we might go elsewhere. God, that's a blast from the past. I don't think we'll do that one, though. No, I think we might... Decisions. Everybody needs decisions. Oh yeah. Decisions. 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 It's a crucial part of doing things. Decisions. Yeah, decisions. Have you owned your decision? I have owned a decision or two in the past. Let's do... I don't know what I want to do, but I know I want to do something. Do you know what? I think my instinct said this one, so we will do this one. Although I will need to edit the stream and for... Oh dear. Oh dear. Last time I did this, it broke. I hope it don't break again. But we'll not necessarily worry too much about changing the... Oh, of course it's got to open that. That's not helpful. That's fine. No, we can live with that. Oh, there we go. Am I going to get away with it? That's the one. That'll do. That's updated. Yeah. Right. Hopefully all will be well. But somehow I doubt it. But sometimes, ooh, you've gotta hope for the best. And you gotta wear a really tight vest so that you look like a pest of the sex variety. It's the best lyrics I could come up with at the time. Understandably, they're shit. But we shall see if this works. It seems to be stuck. No, it's moved on now. It worked last time, so you kinda hope that it will work again. Ooh, 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 but there's no guarantees. Oh, no, no guarantees. It appears to have flashed up on the screen, but that's still not a guarantee of it working. There was about 2 fucking songs in that one sentence. Oh, yes. Throw in a key change, baby. Have you got a key change, baby? Yes, I changed my keys for a baby. It seemed like the easiest way to get a small child when I swapped my keys for a baby. Well, that's not a great sign, but it seems to be rushing along downloading updates, so it's not the worst either. But there you go. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate you, game. I hate you, game. I hate you, game. It does this every time. And by every time, I mean the 2 times I've played it. But nonetheless, it does a thing and then it restarts and then it has to begin again. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Why do you have to be this way, Mr. Knockout City? Oh, well. Oh, well. A bit of a bugger. I think I forgot to take advantage of it being on sale. Oh well. I can still play it until about level 60, maybe, something along those lines. But nonetheless, I was sort of tempted to pick it up officially. And then I forgot. And now it don't seem to be working. Which is not good starts, is it? Is it, Knockout City? You say you're running, but I don't see you running. Are you doing something in the background? I don't know. Is it something through Origin? Are you doing something there? I don't want the store, I just want the game. Are you going to do something? Or should I... Is this the point where I think kill it and start again? I don't know. Seems to be sort of maybe thinking about it. I suppose arguably I'd visit that store page after all. See if that sale's still on. If the sale is not still on, I think that sale was only for a couple of weeks. That's a shame. I might have considered buying it if I'd remembered, but I did not remember, so that is unfortunate. Also, I don't think it's working. I don't know. It still says it's running, but I don't seem to be doing anything else. That whole restarting thing it promised, don't seem to be wanting to do that. I do feel I do have the urge to just kill it and start again. But I don't know if that's going to be a absolute fuck up. Difficult to know for certain. Tell you what, give it one more moment and then we'll see. I don't think it's doing. Do you think it's doing? I don't think it's doing. I think I'm going to stop it. I don't think it wants to stop either. Okay, good. I think we're Let's pop here and see if it's actually a thing. Okay. you are apparently not in alphabetical order. Knockout City. I think I'm gonna end you if you're absolutely fine by that. You didn't seem to want to work, so I guess I'll tell you what, we'll take the easy path and just do another run of Hades, because it's nice and simple. Nice and simple. And by simple, I mean it should just load and work immediately. With luck, anyway. You never know, it might decide to take piss as well, but no. There we are. It's already up there, already loading. See? Knockout City. You could learn a thing or two about that. You see, Hades. I push button, start Hades. Hades started. It's not restarted. It's not trying to do anything fancy. It's just started and I'm in the game. And I think you'll find you can learn a thing or two about that. I think every game could learn a thing or two about that. I pushed go. It went. And we're here. Right. What shall we use? Did I complete it with the shield and the gun. So I'm thinking Spiel. The Spielman. Oh, here you are.
How's it going?
I mean, it's going fine, but you weren't where you were supposed to be immediately. Disappointed in you, sir.
I think most of the smarts I've picked up you know by now. And so, if I'm fresh out of tips for you, I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Stand there eternally to be wailed upon at my whim using whichever weapon suits me at the time.
Yep, now hop to it.
Oh yeah, I remember there's actual achievement for wailing on my boy. So I will batter the little fuck. Yeah. Give him a good battering this time, and I'll tell you what, I might let him reform and give him a second battering. Because I was unaware of the achievement. Oh, here. Bam, bam, pam, 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 pam. Stabbing time is here again. It's here again. It's stabbing time. Yeah. Right, let's go. Preparing myself. Right, so I kind of dismissed pretty much every single one of these difficult things. So, but yeah, I've already done sort of all of those there. So what I might do is try just putting the one skull on, because damage control I found quite tolerable. Oh, you can put it up to, although I suppose arguably, yeah, I only need the one heat gauge for that. But yeah. This damage control one seems reasonable because you just hit them once and then you're back to normal. Whereas everything else seemed like a bit of a ball ache. A ball ache you don't really need. But I suppose I am just anti-difficult at the best of times.
Wayward son appears. I too once lost a child, Zagreus. I was quite foolish with her.
You'll have to remind me which was extra measures, which did that do. I probably already dismissed it, but I can't recall immediately what it was that it's affecting.
Only the cold remains.
And in fairness, while it's cold, I definitely want to stay away from people measuring. Special, yeah, it's not bad. It changed. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I remember. Now you've mentioned boss fights, I do remember what that is. Yeah, or right, I don't know what the effects are. I just remember the fact that it was a thing that existed. And I very much, yeah, that's one of those ones that made me go, nah, I think I'll leave it. Maybe one day I'll try it just to see what the changes are, but at the moment, no, thank you.
I'll never get out of here if not for their help.
No, I might as well experience it for myself at some point, but I'm assuming it's going to be slightly more obnoxious in some fashion.
But you can trust that I shall keep your secret. I wish to see how your predicament plays out.
Well, you will probably see it. That's a bad, but probably betterable because of the special, perhaps. Oh. Do I know who Demeter's child is? If my Greek knowledge is correct, I'm relatively certain Persephone is Demeter's child, because that is the idea of the seasons. Because traditionally, doesn't seem to be the case in this sort of variation, but traditionally, if memory serves, you had it be Persephone was able to go both in and out of Hades, but only a certain amount of months, because I think she bit the pomegranate or something. She just sort of ate half of it, which allowed her to stay in and out or some such. And that's what defined the seasons, because when she's underground in Hades, Mummy Dearest is not very happy. Oh shit, I've forgotten already that I'm supposed to be avoiding the attack button. That's good. That's good. Luckily, the special on the spear is actually quite good for not having to worry too much about using the attack button for a few encounters, but still going to be awkward. Mostly for the memory-based side of things. Remembering the fact that I really need to stay away from the X button is going to be troublesome. Troublesome truck. Troublesome truck indeed. Hey, buddy. I suppose I could use my cast a little bit more as well to deal with these enemies, but can't deny, I usually find I only ever cast during boss fights for the most part. That's why I'm often, in the Chaos ones, I usually hope that the... I mean, in fairness, I say takes it out of action. That's not strictly speaking true. I can still use it. You just sacrifice health in order to do so. And therefore it's easier to just consider it avoid doing it in the slightest bit. Oh, there's a fat man here and he doesn't know that I'm going to kill him. There's a fat man here, he's beginning to suspect that I'm going to kill him. I suppose the benefit of emphasising the need to use my spit out. Fuck. I'm usually ever so slightly better at dodging the fat man. But I suppose it's usual why I'm trying to do the chatter. The pattering patter of the chattering chatter. And therefore not fully concentrating. But there you go. Hey buddy. It's also slightly awkward not being able to just use my attack in a standard, regular way. Because it really is, this is one of those games where using all of your tools tends to come in quite useful. Because I have, in fairness, even grown since last week, where I was saying, you know, I don't reckon the call's all that much. I have grown to love the call function as well, because it does prove rather useful in certain situations. Although there are certain ones that I like more than others, I think, at the moment. I did find that I particularly enjoyed oh shite, always landing on traps. I did particularly enjoy Dionysus's one. Ares I'm not so keen on. It's not too bad. It has its uses and it's not like absolutely shit, but I find it kind of, especially on the low level, the maximum one, the full call, isn't too bad, but the low level one is a little bit sort of like Hades kidnapped Persephone, and then Demeter was so distraught that she caused the surface to be covered in snow. Eventually the other gods convinced Hades to allow Persephone to return to the surface, but before she left he tricked her into eating the pomegranate, which forced her to return to the underworld every year to consume the fruit again. There you go. Give or take, roughly, I was along those lines. No, probably the Blade Dash. I can't deny I do rather like the Blade Dash. I think I favour going for another boon. Another boon dog. Another boon for me. Oh, it's Mr. Wizard Man. Oh, Wizard Man. I think he's going to be very awkward with the fact that I'm only using specials. he is quite quick at throwing shit at you and then disappearing. Which is quite a frustrating trait in anyone, really. He pops in and then throws his shit at you. He's not too bad. Ares is okay, but Doom is only really good if you get the boon that stacks it. Oh, I meant in terms of his call. The call of Ares is not that great. Which is the Blade Storm. The Doom effect, I quite like the Doom effect. I must admit, stacking it sounds even better, but I do quite enjoy Doom.
Well, I must apologize for any inconvenience there, because he was a living testament to my revenge. Long story, boring really, rather sordid too.
I like a sordid story, sir. Right, I don't really want to replace Blade Dash. No. Poseidon's call isn't too bad. Go on, I'll tell you what, we'll take Poseidon's call. Now, health. No, I think Palms of Power. I favour the Palms of Power for, you know. That's true. They don't usually do things by halves when it comes to mythology. Running away from the big nasty hands. It really took me ages and ages to actually get caught by one of those hands to find out precisely what they did. For quite some time, they didn't ever really get close to me because they were a fairly sort of meaningless enemy that are very easy to defeat at a reasonable range if you've got the right sort of weaponry. But then it's like suddenly I had this thing where it was like, oh, they've actually caught me. And they chain you up if you're unaware. As I say, it's very easy to not ever encounter what they're doing. Ooh, tempted by Mr. Sisyphus. But then again, double boonage. Risky, but it is double boonage. Reading a Greek about book mythology. That would be interesting. But yes, no. The other way around makes far more sense. Greek mythology book. We'll go Demeter because we've got hers on my primary attack. My attack inflicts chill. I think I haven't heard Chaos's stuff crop up yet, so that's not great news. But I don't know, double chills. I've never really tried the Crystal Beam. It's because really I plan on getting blades stuck in them. Blade Dash, yes. Blade Dash is absolutely fantastic. Love Blade Dash. Poseidon's thing on this room is nasty. Oh, I see. Probably should have gone for the other one then, but still.
Betrayal, little Hades. Of all my nephews, you should know better than this. Or perhaps I should. One of us at least.
They do get very pissy, don't they? Do. Ow, ow, please stop giving me things. Ow, ow, you bitch. Lasery pricks. Bloody lasery pricks. The bloody lasery pricks. They're pricking up your lasers and digging up your life. It was indeed. Thank you. I'm glad you've calmed down. No, I don't know what you were mad about either, but you're a Greek god. You tend to get pissy very quickly. Yeah, I think upgrading my cast doesn't seem like an unreasonable decision at this point. I'm going to go for the Ambrosia, I believe that is, isn't it? Mostly because I have the upgrade that allows me to... I get a random sort of little pom. I get a real little pom of random upgrading whenever I pick up an Ambrosia, which means getting Ambrosia is well worth the effort. Stabbing a man in the face. Throwing my spear. I'm hoping this is the one, unless I've missed him specify. But I really feel like I'm still working on the Chaos mod. Which I can probably check, but Poseidon's Aid is leveled up. That's not too bad. It definitely feels like I'm still... Whereabouts is that? Here we go. Okay, I think that might be... It has triggered then. Dangerous, but... There we go. Okay, good. It dealt with it. I don't think there's a second door in here. And anyway, Daedalus' hammer is usually quite a good choice. It's nice to be able to use all my tools again. Granted, I do have a tendency to use the spear throw a lot anyway, but it's always good to have all of your tools back and prepped. Especially because what's quite nice is, of course, when you can land a blade storm on top of one of their faces. That's always a good one. Ow. Yeah, get splooshed. Get splooshed. Get splooshed. No, I must admit I did the shield toss. Going full Captain America is quite satisfying. And I'll tell you what, I absolutely adored turning the bull rush into the super shot thing. Because that was fantastic. It's 3 times, but your dash is... Ooh, I don't really want that, but it is a fated choice, which makes me want to have it. But I really don't like it. Really don't like it. Been forgetting my spin attack, which is unfortunate because there is... I've got the aspect of someone who deals with spin attacks. I think it's the aspect of Hades. You get bonus after having spin attacked them. But, do you know what? For the sake of the fated choice, I'm going to take that one because you never know when it will crop up again. So let's go for a Palm of Power. And hope that we can win. There's another Chaos there, oh, there we go. The old chain hand managed to get me this time because apparently the chain hand has gone fucking mental. I don't think I've ever seen them move that quickly. Absolutely psychotic on my ass. Yeah, they're moving so quick. I find this very strange. And I think I'm probably going to die because there's a lot of shit on this screen. I don't quite understand why there's so much shit on the screen. Seems to have decided to be particularly nasty today. Whereas earlier on, it was not being particularly nasty. Palm of Power is mine. Well, I'm relying quite a lot on the special, so I think we might as well continue upgrading the special one. Yes, I think that's probably well worth it. But outside of that, I might save my casholas. We'll go for a Palm of Power, but I think we might regret the decision if, yes, as I suspected, we have reached the end of the things. I must admit, a lot of Zeus's stuff does seem quite good because the gun, that gun build with the lightning and ricochets and lightning ricochets, it was absolutely mental with just shots going everywhere, and you could just damage everything fairly easily.
Forget something along the way.
You know, I think I'd rather fight you to the death again than try to answer either of those questions right now.
Well, I suspect you're going to be obliged because she only really knows how to fight us to the death.
But I guess it doesn't matter either way. All that matters is you're not getting past me.
Well, I'm going to try. But you're right, I might not get past you. Take my bullets. But the one I really liked, and I wouldn't mind getting it again, especially for this sort of boss fight. Plus, it would encourage me to do more casting as well. Anyway, damn it. But the one I quite enjoyed was there was an Artemis one that was when your cast gets dislodged from an opponent. they take sort of 100 damage. And it was like, yes, please. Because of the way I tend to use my cast as a main tool against bosses. It was spectacular to just get that extra cheeky bit of damage out. And basically, this feels like a game where any extra cheeky bit of damage you can do is always something fantastic that you want to take advantage of. Ow, bollocks. Oh, god damn it. I'm now really feeling that reduced I can just use my attack now, can't I? Dang it. Oh no, got her! Fuck! I thought that was me. But then again, I would have death-defied, so... Yeah, okay, cool. I'll take that. Marvellous. One more Titan's blood. It's Titan's blood, isn't it? Isn't it, bruv? That Titan is blood.
I'll just be a moment, Father.
There we go, marvellous. A little bit of health. I must admit, if you can get that Dionysus one early that would restore your entire health bath to a fountain, you could really do quite well with that one, but unfortunately it doesn't crop up that early, so it's kind of like, well, shite.
Yes.
So you do end up sort of a bit disappointed, really, because it's like, oh, but if it came up right at the beginning, I'd be quids in. Especially because I think the secondary effect of it, not only does it refill your health bar entirely, it also adds like 5 attack strength to you. So the more fountains you can stumble across, the better. Now granted, normal fountains you wouldn't necessarily start... Oh, it's one of these. Sir, can we have a word about you being a dickhead? Okay, you brought your dickhead friends as well. I've got to say, these guys are where having some kind of deflect is fucking incredible. I mean, in fairness, there's a lot of enemies where having some kind of deflect is fucking incredible, but... Not that food substance. Yeah, nice. Hello, Zeus.
Poseidon sought you out already, My boastful brother gets on with Lord Hades even worse than I. So let me put a little spark into his storms for you.
Oh, do you actually have one of the duo ones? No, you don't. It's a shame. Revenge. I don't know. I've never really liked revenges. If I try and remember to use my call quite often, that might be quite good. I'll explain why I don't necessarily like revenges. They are quite good, and I might take it after all, because that is quite a lot of damage. But I run a principle that says, don't get hit. Now, I'm not saying I can adhere to the principle, but I like to think I can. So the idea of having a vengeance strike is one of those ones that's like, I don't really want it. But there you go. Yeah, billowing strength, I don't know. Might not be too bad. But I need to remember to use the call a lot more often, which shouldn't be too difficult, but I don't know. I'm more likely to get hit than anything else, I think, so we'll go with that one. But there you go. Key... Yeah, I think keys are slightly more useful at this point.
And we're off.
Any plan in a video game that involves you getting hit is a risky strat, yes. It is usually better to avoid planning to be hit, but... Crazy spamming dodge. That's what we need to do. It's... Ah, you bastard. Always get me on those. They're cheeky little end bomb. Every time. It's supremely annoying. You'll do it when I tell you to do it. You little prick. The problem is I've been using the gun, I think. And so I've forgotten the idea of the spin attack. Because, of course, the gun doesn't have a spin attack. Does any other weapon have a spin attack? No. No. It's literally only this one has a spin attack, I think. memory serves anyway. Well, I suppose technically the sword does have what would be considered a spin attack. I'm tempted to save my money and boost my money by improving my funds for later. The idea being that I can get to the later stage. I hate these guys. These guys, this is where you really want some kind of deflection, because fuck, these guys are annoying. Such a huge wave, that's the key problem. Oh, you bastard. Almost got me. I see. Yeah, I need to be using the dash attack a bit more, don't I? Because I had that triple threat. That's why my dash is slightly shorter, and I'm not taking full advantage of it. Whoosh! Face my water. Face my glorious water. Oh, I think I'll take it. It's one of those ones where it was a little high for the amount of health I'd lost. It's an annoying choice. Flood shot. Yeah, okay, so we've got a little bit of flooding there, but we also have the blade dash. I think I might double down on Poseidon, because so far what I've found, this may run contrary to the norm perhaps, I don't know, but so far what I feel I've found is that it's slightly easier. Shit, I got stunned, didn't I? Slightly easier to focus your efforts on a single god, I think. I mean, you can't literally do a single god and only a single god. But what I mean is, if you know you've already got some of one, you might as well focus on... Ah, yeah, shit. Whoosh! There you go, face my waters. The waters rush for you. Come on. Absolute balance sometimes. Well, I missed with 2 of those splashes. Right. Oh, actually, no, maybe I only missed with 1. Come on. I probably want to do the spin attack to get him marked with my mark of Hades. Yeah, I must admit, of all of the sort of sub-bosses, they might be one of the worst, but not quite as bad as the butterfly room. The butterfly room is definitely the one I don't like. It is duo! Don't know whether I like it, but again, it's fated choice, so I might do it. Move slowly, piercing foes and firing shards around it. Could be interesting. Yeah, I think I kind of want to fill in the fated choices. So whenever a fated choice comes up at the moment, I'm probably going to go with it. Duos are really, really rare. Yeah. I've had a few, because I had Aphrodite's, I believe. Or rather, I suppose, not just Aphrodite's. I think it was Aphrodite and Artemis's one, maybe. Don't quote me on that fact. Blimey, more gold. I don't really want more gold. But there you go. Never mind. I don't think the game really gives too much of a shit what you want. No siree. Like, I kind of wanted the enemies to be near me. And the game definitely didn't give a shit about that. Oh, interesting. That's got an interesting combo going down on it. Have that. Definitely going to sort of encourage more cast use, perhaps. Oh, are these the absolute arseholes? Yeah, I think they might be. The ones I really don't like. Because if you get caught out by them, they can do a large chunk of change in a relatively short amount of time. They're not quite as annoying as the wave bursters, though, because at least these guys can be a little bit more sort of... They're more manageable because they are slightly... They're close range. They have to get in close. And therefore you can keep them at arm's length in order to hopefully try and sort of fuck your pots. And fuck your pots. fuck your pots. Yeah. It does sort of extend, doesn't it? I only just noticed that. Shows how much attention I pay. But I suppose arguably you don't always pay attention to every animation because you're trying to live. Thank you, I'm so glad. After using your call, gain dodge. Fast attack. Fast attack's probably good. None of these are the ones I particularly wanted, but I suppose it can't necessarily. I suppose God Gauge. I think maybe attack faster, because if you've got the deeps, you can smite anything in your way. If you've got the deeps, you can kill it all.
You touch me, and I shall have.
Oh, I don't immediately recognise this head. I can't remember what it's going to do, but it's probably going to do something nasty. Standard head bash, in fairness. What else? Oh, you're the wave head. Oh. I must admit, I think that's one of the first ones. No. Actually, do you know what? This might be the first time I've ever faced the wave head as the big chunky one. One of my least favourites is the minion head, truth be told, because you get so distracted with everything else that it almost always gets its minions off. And that tends to be quite annoying, but I'm not going to lie. I somehow suspect this one's going to equally be quite annoying as well, because it's got a lot of waviness. I'm not sure why it fucked off, but we'll do a little wave of casts. And of course, because I've got Poseidon's mods, it really is a literal wave of fuck me. Fuck me with a wave. Fuck me with the wave. Do they no longer stick? I could have sworn they still stuck. Oh no, they really don't. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, that's slightly Scupper's stratagems, but it's fine. It still seems like quite a good ability. Greater call, Poseidon! Be one with me. Let us take down the mighty heads of the bastard creature. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like it. Is actually the first one. Oddly enough, I don't know. Like, the bolts the first one uses are actually slightly thinner, which feels slightly more sort of manageable. I think one of my favourites is probably the Firebomber, because I think that one seems manageable. And by manageable, I mean it's not as difficult to dodge the firebombs because you've got a bit of time and a bit of clarity as to where they're going to land. Whereas most of the others are just sort of such a spread across the map. I think it's like the minion one is awkward and slightly annoying, but not necessarily tragic. I tell you what, yes, we'll get that yarn. Why not? Have a go. Have a go. Have a go with a yarn. I've always wanted to darn my socks, and now I've got special yarn for it. They may even be able to steal from my flaming feet. Because I literally think he has flaming feet, doesn't he? Oh, very nearly missed that gold treasure pot. I do appreciate the fact that they do make... As much as I miss them, I miss them an alarming amount. But the worst possible missing of them... Because if it was literally just I missed them, I wouldn't care too much. But it's the worst type of missing those gold containers. It's the type of missing where you spot it just as you're leaving the room, and thus there's no way of turning the character around again. But I like the fact that they are quite so obvious, so you don't necessarily have to concern yourself with searching every single pot for gold treasure. So like these pots I don't have to give a shit about. But if I spot like a special pot, you can you know it's a special pot, therefore you know it's going to be something good.
Time to mix up my style.
Special, yeah. Interesting. might not be terrible. They're both fated choices, so I think for now, I think Chain Skewer might not be the worst decision, but it depends on precisely what it does for me. Palms of Power. I think I'm going to bias the Palm of Power, despite the fact that I feel my health bar is alarmingly low at the moment. Oh, yeah, no, that's quite... There's an element of satisfaction there, but I must admit, I'm not 100% sold on that new launch, because it seems to, yeah, it kind of gets jammed. I don't know, maybe... no, I'm not 100% sold on this. I don't know. It just feels slightly off from what it was previously, which I'm assuming is where it's changed. Although, having said that, with multiple enemies... Ow, fuck, I always forget those walls. I need to deal with that creature, because otherwise it may reform. And nobody needs that in their life. Try and do that. Oh, I was trying to push him back onto it, but it did not work. It did not push him back on the thing. I want to get out of there. There's a nasty man trying to kill me. Decisions. Probably Frost Strike is the better option, because it opts my attack. And anything that gives you... I'm going to be daring again. Anything that gives you bonus attack is always good. Ares. Right, when all foes are chill, it's always a bit annoying. Applying 10 stacks of chill causes a blast. Might be kind of good, because I have chill on both my special and my normal attack, don't I think? It is a shame it's a one-sided messaging system, because I could happily just go, I didn't disregard our past companionship. I just chose Demeter first. I was going to choose you both. I very much wish to choose you both. You're both awesome. You're both delightful chaps. Oh, well, fuck, where is it? What do you mean it's trying to respawn? There's nothing there. Unless Ares is pissy. I don't think Ares is pissy moment. Actually, I wouldn't call Ares awesome. Wow! I mean, you would to his face, I'm sure. Ow. Fuck. Go, Poseidon! That's another achievement, if you were unaware. I think you're supposed to... if you can use the calling of the god you've pissed off, which amused me when I spotted that one. I thought that was quite a clever little extra. If you happen to have the calling of the god you've annoyed in their trial, they will sort of... you get an achievement. No one likes Ares? Oh, come on, you've never seen the original Hercules, the Legendary Journeys of Hercules with Kevin Sorbo. Although, having said that, Kevin Sorbo's not necessarily... Maybe don't mention Kevin Sorbo anymore, I think, is the unfortunate thing. Blade Rift's probably better. I think Blade Rifts are better for bosses and stuff, because the rest of it's very much you have to have other foes to defeat. That's going to be the butterfly, isn't it? Or it's going to be Astilius. I don't know. Oh, really? Is he a bad man? Oh, Kevin Sorbo. I get the impression... Oh, it's the butterfly. Piss and shit. I get the impression he's sort of... he's got less than desirable politics that he's come out with now. I don't know the details, truth be told. But I'm led to believe he is sort of not necessarily a great politics man. He has politics that don't don't mesh up with the general consensus, but I don't know. I honestly don't know what that means, because it's like if he just voted for a group that other people have voted for, but is seen as generally not so great. But if he's like, you know, kill people who shouldn't exist sort of thing, I don't, you know, no, please, sir, no. But it is one of those weird ones where it's like I don't really know what that means. That might not be terrible, but I do quite like the idea of healing. I do like that though, especially because it does inflict chill, which is even more chill. I'll take a chance on my health bar. Oh, yes, I think it's well worth going there, because I believe this is... Oh, no, this is... Oh, actually, no, this is not as worthwhile as I thought, because it's... It's Percy?
Yes.
We'll call him Percy. Do you know what? Have a go.
Hey, look, I know you're struggling right now. And
that could be everything from They Deserve It to he once played golf owned by Trump. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. I don't know all of the details, but he is sort of slightly persona non grata in sort of regular circles, I think. But as I say, I don't know precisely what it means to be that. Patroclus, that's his name.
Well, I've no pride like many others here, so I shall take it. Though let's make it a fair exchange, shall we?
But anyway, the crucial thing, before I got on to that, is the character of Ares in there was very likeable. He was fantastic. But if there is a Greek myth about how no one likes Ares, that's fair enough. Marvellous, we got a little bit of heart point there. I don't... Oh, and the broken spear point. That's the first time I've ever given him one, as it were.
Around within Elysium, I see. Battling my brethren. In the name of glory, is that it?
I'm heading for the surface. Though your brethren are slowing me down. Whether for glory or at my father's behest.
I think it's always at the father's behest, isn't it, really?
Ah, that's right. But you're the prince, aren't you? You must see plainly, then, what your birthright amounts to. You're no better off than any of us here. Now go.
Right, well, Kiss of the Sticks is no use time, eh? Restoring my health, not so bad, but I think... if I don't need the Kiss of the Sticks, the Cyclops Jerky is probably the better option. No, I think Poseidon might be the better choice here. And I've just proven nobody likes Ares because I didn't choose Ares. It's almost a shame. Should have chosen Ares just to prove a point. Stabbing, stabbing, stabbing time. Stabbing time is here again. Here again, it's stabbing time. Everybody could do with a little bit of a stabbing. Stabbing time, stabbing time. Everybody loves stabbing time. Ow. I don't like it if it's me being stabbed. Whoosh. That was not my best whoosh. I've had much better whooshes. Stabbings. Stabbings. Oh dear, that's a lot of dudes. That's an alarming volume of dudes. Sir, no, please don't have this many dudes in my face. No, I don't like this many dudes. No, I don't like this many dudes. Get the fuck out of this place while I shoot you. I'm gonna try and deal with the butterfly ball, because the butterfly ball is one of the more awkward ones. Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ, will you please? No, die. Always forget the eyeballs. Well, not always, but every now and again I forget about the eyeball shit. Knock away. That's only really... Oh, okay, that one... Yeah. Fated choice and quite good. So... it's always nice when the two sync up together nicely. That is what we needed. Don't really want that. I think I'll save me money. in the hopes that I get past Mr. Bull. I think we'll go for max health instead of gold, because I do happen to have quite a lot of gold. It's almost a shame you can't find the exact story in the book, because if you just told me the exact story in the book, I think that's one of those ones where I could have actually looked it up myself, because if memory serves, if it's the book I think we discussed it a little while back, but I believe I own that book. Is it the Stephen Fry one? Stephen Fry? Or am I thinking... It's either Stephen Fry or Neil Gaiman. One of the two. I must admit, I wouldn't necessarily know precisely where to lay my hands on it, but it's got to be around here somewhere, because I remember I bought it from my father on one Christmas, I think it was. Ow, 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 ow. Obscene volume of damage I just took, which is quite annoying. Always irksome to get lodged in a sort of irritating battle situation where you start losing obscene volumes of health. It's kind of like you don't need it. Don't need it. There we go. Also got the greater call right at the very end. Bit of a nuisance. Bit of a nuisance. Bit of a pest. It is the Stephen Fry one. There are some good Hermes ones. I'm going to take a chance on Hermes, I think. But there's one in particular where I think it might help with the short dash, which is it allows you extra bonus speed after the dash, which is slightly disorienting because you are sort of out. Prick. Absolute bellend. Oh, it's one of the bowmen. I thought it was the shield man. No wonder I got confused. Oh, I'd rather like to have my stuff back. Whoosh! God damn it. Hey! Yes, that's true. The triple dash would be quite good as well. Ow, ow, ow. What is happening? I don't know, but fuck it. Poseidon! Oh, I have 1 health. That's one of the things that's happening. Not entirely sure where I ended up with 1 health from, but there you go. Oh, I think that one regened. I think it's because these bloody spear creatures. Most enemies I can handle, but the bloody spear traps that crop up. Fucking pain in the arse. Because I can't quite master seeing it before it happens type deal. After using call, gain dodge chance. Not terrible, but I think just... I mean, it's not going to help me now because any damage I take is going to kill me. Owing to the fact that I've got 1 HP. I think we're going to be able to rectify that a bit more, perhaps, with Charon's shop. Hey guys, do you worship pots? Fuck your pots. Such a douchebag. I think I'll power up as much as possible. Yeah, I think I'll take the blade rifts from that choice. More Poseidon.
You found me, little nephew, strewn among the inventories of that most disturbing river boatman. That means you win my blessing.
Good, I'm glad. I also paid for your blessing, so you're suggesting I should pay to win. Your boons with Knockaway also rupture. Not the worst. Not the worst. Slamming foes into barriers is quite good, but I don't know how effective that's going to be against. Oh, meh. Ooh, but meh. Ooh, but meh. I think I might try wave pounding because that might aid with my my thing. My throw the cast out because that might make that super strong, or it won't, in which case it'll be disappointing. Oh, God, I hate this man for multiple reasons. For one, he frequently is the reason why I lose, and it's going to be even more difficult because of the whole limited dash. So But it's that bloody launch. Because you're focusing heavily on trying to get this bloody Minotaur dealt with. And you've just got that prick in the middle going, I'm going to fire a bolt at you. And then, of course, he gets bloody boons. When you've started dealing with everything else, he starts fucking throwing godly boons down your path. No, I know I'm not finished. This is the problem. Ow, I thought I'd managed to get past and round there. Bollocks. Belouche. Greater call, go! I'll just try and focus on the Minotaur. We'll deal with Theseus later. Which I found that to be the better choice. Because obviously you've got like... Ah, he's going to catch me. Yeah, I do. I saw it coming. Saw it coming. But I couldn't bake a cake. Oh, I defeated him. Oh well, that's a waste of a call, but never mind. Too late to give a shit. It's too late. Do. But he compounds the issues I have with Theseus. Is he compounds the issue by possessing a bloody shield, which means a ow. So you got to be aware of where you're hitting him from. Oh, Artemis. Ain't got to be a booch. And in fairness, Artemis is one of the worst, especially if I've got a short dash. Bollocks. Big hairy bollocks in your face. Which is gonna be difficult for Artemis. Don't think she's gonna muster the big hairy bollocks. Because I'm not convinced she has them. There we go. Dealt with. He's never got an Artemis on you before. Oh, he's got an Artemis on me several times. Many times before he's got bloody Artemis. Well, I must admit, Artemis is slightly more manageable than most, I think. Because it's fairly... It's either get out of the path, so just keep moving type mechanic, or it's avoid the middle of the arena, which is difficult, but doable. I find one of the most difficult ones, I think it might be someone like... I think it's Zeus and Demeter are particularly difficult. Because they do that sort of... And suddenly rings, and there's only a tiny space in the middle where you have to stand, or else you get hit. And the problem is, with my run like fuck, dash everywhere strategy, they almost always catch me with that one. Because it relies on you sort of... No, I don't think I'll bother with that one this time. Save my money for the next area.
I can do this again.
But yeah, it's so difficult to stop and be stood still in the middle while the attack happens. I find it devilishly troubling. Whereas, as I say, that Artemis one is manageable. It's not good. You don't want it, but it's more manageable than a lot of the others. I'd prefer him not to get any boons. I'd prefer the gods to go, that man, bell end, and leave him high and dry, but you don't always get what you want. Now, I think maybe Demeter first. And I don't know if there is a surefire way of knowing where the sack is. I'm assuming the sack is just random. If it turns out the sack is not random, then, well, shit. I've missed a cue somewhere, but I think the sack is just randomly placed. Somewhere along the line you will get the sack. Somewhere along the line you will not get the sack. You just have to choose which one you go to and hope for the best. Which is basically what I've done. And dependent on the situation, determines really whether I leave the rest of the rooms or try and tackle the rest of the rooms, I find. Because sometimes when you've got that fountain, it's worthwhile just keeping your health bar and leaving the other potential boons. Or potential items. Not always boons, but... You know, if it's the choice between having a full health bar from Hades or having an extra pom of power, I personally find the idea of having a full health bar to deal with Hades a little bit more of a desirable idea. I've got to say, I'm quite liking this cast, especially against these rats, because you do rather want to sort of steer clear of them. Granted, a lot of the work is being done with the old blade storms as well. And I know technically, of course, my spear throw is obviously ranged as well, but still, that's a shame. I was very much hoping. Should have possibly waited until I got the maximum version of that, but never mind. Whoosh! Get splooshed, my friendly neighbourhood dirty rat. You damn dirty rat. I have to admit that the model, sort of animation, graphic, whatever you want to call it, of those rats are so well made. They are truly disgusting. Which you know if you're looking at it going, it's truly despicably horrible, isn't it? You know they've done the right thing and they've made a good model. I mean, it's mostly that sort of just the little subtle kind of green mark inside of them that sort of has that slash type thing. Right, when you have no... yes. Yeah, because I suppose arguably that is actually quite good against bosses, isn't it? Because once you chill a boss, most of the time, that is all foes chilled. But I'm not convinced they respect chill that much. So I think Ravenous will. I will get the Ravenous will out. I don't think I really want to sell any of my booths. But you never know. I'll tell you one thing. Do you know what? One thing I might consider trying.
Let's mix things up, Daedalus.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not 100% sure I'm satisfied with that, because I think I may have lost the one I sort of wanted. Where's the actual spear bits? Black metal, no. Main soul, no. Blade dash, flood shot. Should I be under a different tab or something? I don't know. Oh, there we go. We found quick spin and massive spin. Okay. I feel like I should have. I think it's actually worked out pretty much in some ways how I wanted, because I think, well, that still feels short. Don't know. Maybe the shortening of it came from somewhere else. And I'm getting confused. Either way, it doesn't feel like it's gotten longer again, but still. Nonetheless, I suppose now I really need to... Oh, hello! That's quite good. That's quite immense. Bloody... Need to get the thing... Need to get my... What I'm assuming, I don't know precisely what they are, but they look like they're potentially meant to be mandragoras or something. Instantly recover, yes please. And the rest of that, no, not so much. Wait, what am I waiting on? What am I waiting on? That's how large? Practically the room. So... it's not bad. Hell of a thing. Fuck off. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you can't handle the fact that mine's bigger than yours. You know, I can't help you. But fuck the rats. Don't fuck the rats, baby. Unfortunate that bloody heat modifier, of course, is playing an attack there. Lots of stone. Opening doors. Oh, we found the sack now. This is interesting. Right. I feel like maybe that, perhaps. Now I've got the sack. Now I've got that. Now at this point, anything too much like further may prove to be a detriment. Slightly tempted to lean towards a palm of power. Yeah, okay, we'll upgrade the flood shot. Not 100% convinced I've got the resources I need, but I'd rather not lose too much health trying to find more, so... I do like the twist here, of course. Cerberus annihilated his appetite. But I think quite clever little dialogue pieces, and the whole not killing the dog, I think it's quite a nice touch. I think it's quite clever the way they dealt with that. Especially, of course, the first run. Slight spoilers if anybody's not played the game, I fear, but I don't think there's anybody here who's not played the game. But, yeah, I quite like the way they sort of built it up, and then went, nah, we're not going to make you fight the dog.
To circumvent what should have been a certainty. Now you cannot stay dead. Such is the wry humor of the fates.
Nick saved me, so according to the fates, I was never meant to be born, since neither you nor Mother are of the underworld, something like that? Or was it just another lie you told to Mother and whoever else?
Hey, you don't know he's lying.
Everything a lie. The realm beneath our feet was appointed to me on certain conditions, not that I had much of a choice. Among them, a one-time surface dweller such as I would never have an heir.
You really believe that? Then why attempt to have a child anyway?
You don't know anything. Why anyone would choose
Now, see,
a child?
I have a fundamental issue with the phrase "you don't know anything." If you think I don't know anything, explain it, you prick! I do like the way he sort of burns off the cape. I don't like the fact that he's here, and I don't like the fact that I have to fight him, and I don't like the fact that I missed everything because he went bloody darkness mode. Absolute bellend. What an absolute bellend. Ow, fucking... Oh, of course, that bloody thing. Bloody darkness. Bloody arsehole. Bloody everything. Bloody eggs. Bloody eggs everywhere. Ha, ho, ho, I don't like it. He's darknessed me again. I'm going to have to try and get behind that thing. Although having said that, I don't think that worked as well as I thought it did previously. Damn you and your fucking skeleton friends. Nobody likes your skeleton friends. Ah, cock, it got there. Oh, God, got there again. I don't seem to have the strength to deal with the skeleton skull friends, which is a bloody nuisance. Because it's gonna prove awkward. Ow, fuck. I don't quite think I've got the build for this. I don't think it's going to work out in my favour, but especially if he does that stupid bastard move while I'm doing my bloody Poseidon. Should have known, really, because I'm assuming it's probably based on your health bar. Or his health bar, rather. Cock, well, there goes one. Nah, I'm not feeling this one. Keep trying to get the bloody spin attack in, and I don't think it's working. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. His spin attack is deceptively large. I still think this... I don't know whether it's my imagination now, but it feels like this blooming dodge is still Tiny dodge. I don't really like it. Tiny dodge. Do. Bloody darkness again. Absolute prick. Absolute bellend. Absolute prick. Go splash around. To do with dealing with those skeletons. Oh, you little fuck. Oh, see, like, that was generous, game. That was generous. You gave him way more spin attack than was entirely necessary or desirable. I can't... When he starts that spin attack, I can't get away from it because I don't seem to have the distance I need. I reckon a couple of them firing out bullets. Come on. Oh no, he's impervious now. Good. Oh, there we go, he's done. Well, first form, of course. The first time I ever beat Hades, I felt rather accomplished with myself. And then the game, of course, went... Bastards. Well, I've got 46 health to deal with that shockwave. Should have gone the other way. Should have just accepted being hit once and fucked it. But instead, I tried to get away because I thought, surely that shockwave's not going to encompass the entire arena. Turned out it very much did. Very much did encompass the entire arena. Absolute bellend. Some of his moves are just obnoxious bullshit, frankly. I thought he said the nipples. Genuinely thought he said nipples in the blood.
I sign them in and help make sure they have a pleasant stay.
Well, sign me in then.
Hey boy.
Don't let anybody in or out of this place, do you, boy?
You get pets. You get pets because I got beats. I don't even think I got beats by Dr. Dry. Got beats by Hades. Hey, free-headed boy! Super pets. I think Hades' second form is easier to deal with than his first, but I get there with such little HP normally. That's the problem. I think you're quite right, and you've spot on with the issue. The issue is you get there with such little HP, it doesn't matter whether it's easier or not. It will fuck you up. Especially that shockwave is annoying because it seems to it always comes out when he transfers into his secondary form, but it's devilishly difficult to avoid. I've found, as was made evident right there. But in normal circumstances, I find it difficult to avoid that as well. Because I'm not convinced the pillars actually protect you against that one. But you can dash through the shockwave, yeah. But I think, I don't know, that dash just didn't feel like it was doing enough that I needed.
No, I failed.
Which I still feel like might have been my imagination, because I think I got rid of the effect of the dash being shortened. But I was so used to the dash being shortened, I think it was still in my head that the dash was short. But I could have probably Poseidoned for it as well. There's several options. It's just the problem I've found with that shockwave is I know it's coming. I've seen it before. And yet every time it surprises me, I panic, think, shit, I need to get out the way. And then it just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I think I've been hit by that shockwave every time.
Your father's acting as though nothing's changed besides. So don't lose hope. You're capable of this.
Thanks for the pep talk.
You're right.
You are home.
I am. So are you.
Nix,
You weren't here last time.
Saved my life. Gave me life when I was born. Father told me. I don't know what to say. Why didn't you tell me?
There are many things that I am not at liberty to speak of, child. Through my own binding choice. These circumstances are among them. Suffice it to say that your revival required the extent of my ability and considerable time.
I like the way they do her hair.
I never should have been born.
Nix's hair is fantastic.
Did you defy
Not
your own
quite
daughters?
as much in that pose they showed there, but in her regular pose, there we go. The fact that you can see the stars. I mean, you could see the stars in the previous pose, but that one's a bit more evident. The way it flows and underneath the flow of the darkness, the stars and stuff. I think it's very, very clever. I mean, don't get me wrong. all of the design in this game is very, very clever and very good. But I don't know. Every now and again, there's one of those points that sort of springs out, and I think that's one of them. That her hair is particularly nice. If you're interested, I wasted cash getting rid of Cerberus's fur. Yeah, you know, it's fine. I'm sure there'll be more gems along the way.
Alecto and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook, I would say.
But it's going to be very difficult to... I think it's Tisiphone. It's very difficult to hold a conversation with Tisiphone because the only word she seems to know is murder. She knows murderer as well, I suppose, in fairness.
Relationships with families, Zagreus. Your family, your father's family.
True,
is the most
it's a fair
broken
point.
and corrupted in the history of the entire concept.
Fair point. Sound like I had any meaningful advice there, Meg.
Sometimes.
We're stuck with our bloodlines and our relatives, aren't we?
Your family cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them in Tartarus. Remember that when next you tell me about family.
Hello, Mr. Broker.
Anything good?
No, I want to save my keys. And I mean, Titan Blood probably be quite useful, but I am intrigued as to where this ambrosia is going to end up. I'm assuming if I can, because in my little booklet, yeah. Charon I've worked on reasonably far. Hypnos, not so much. Thanatos, not so much. Meg, I've got a couple of slots in there. But I think the most... Achilles I've focused on a little bit. Because I did quite like the accessory I think Achilles gave you, potentially. I don't know. I'm basing it on the accessories they gave you earlier. I've no idea if that's going to be reflective of anything later on for the amount of hearts I've got. But hey, you got to have a reason to do it. I've got mine. They'll do. That I'm trying to see if there's going to be something interesting bringing her back to the house, perhaps, to get Orpheus to sing. So I'm focusing on that one a little bit more. Theseus, dickhead. Cerberus. Cerberus is just good boy, so obviously you have to give him some ambrosia. Yes, the hearts are how much ambrosia you've given them. As I say, that's where I've been focusing on different ones. And I've focused quite heavily on Skelly, because I liked Skelly's little tooth. So I don't know whether there's a secondary thing that he gives you or something you unlock for doing it, but hey, I've chosen Skelly as the one I'm focusing my ambrosia efforts on. Whether it pans out to something interesting or useful, I don't know. But hey, as I say, you got to figure out a reason to focus your ambrosia somewhere, and that's as good a reason as any. So that's my current setup of doings, if anybody was particularly interested. I've got the Shadow Presence, Chthonic Vitality, Death Defiance, Greater Reflex, Boiling Blood, Infernal Soul, Deep Pockets, Thick Skin. That's how I made my deep pockets, with my thick skin. Family Favourite, and Dark Foresight. I can't remember exactly why I decided those. Olympian Favour. Raise your chance for a boon to be rare. It's actually quite good, but I don't know. I think it's because I wanted more hammers. Because if I'm understanding that correctly, that basically means there's more chance of getting those type of boons. Which I don't know what the green orb is, unless that's Artemis. But I like the idea of getting Daedalus hammers and power bombs, because I think that's quite nice. And then this one was... what was it? Oh, yeah. Deal bonus damage versus foes afflicted by at least 2 status curses. Or status curse effects. That's... Oh, that's just generally more boons. Ah, fair enough. That one just didn't appeal, because it felt like a bit more of a troublesome thing, because you can't guarantee when you're going to get status curses, whereas here you can fairly guarantee. Oh yeah, you're right, that is symbol is just boons in general. Plus 5% per boon. Dark Foresight gets you more likely to be boons. Cool. But yeah, I like that one slightly more, because you're always going to get some boons. Whereas here, you're not always going to get 2 status curses. But, I don't know. That's my theory. I've had theories in the past, and I've dismissed them. Because I've thought, that's a shit theory after all. Often,
How many times has it been?
30 times. 30 times, 2 wins. It's not great, but it's not terrible, I suppose. Anyway, we'll pop into the next room, and then I'll pop it away. Skelly, sir, you've disappeared again. Stop doing that. Stop it. Anyway, I believe that room saved, and if it didn't, it will have saved a previous room anyway, so it's of no real significance or consequence. Righty-ho. So, unless I get some confirmation elsewhere, I think it is possibly just you, Mr. Phoenix. So I will probably leave doing a raid today, because I think it needs at least 2 to 3 people to make it even remotely worthwhile. Else it just feels a bit sort of lame going in, going, hello, I bought 1. And it's like they get like all the alerts, all the alarms, the bells, the whistles, and it's like they bought 1 person. And it does feel a little bit sad. So we'll leave it for today. And, right, happenings, doings, and thingies. Tomorrow, standard stream, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Dragon Quest Builders 2, into a little bit more Graveyard Keeper. And then Saturday RPG. I don't know. I'm working relatively hard on trying to get that overlay done. But I've only made 1 step forward, and there's a few complex steps that I want to try and accomplish. Whether I can accomplish them is a whole other thing, but they are quite complex, and therefore I don't know if I can. And so it may change entirely, but I want to at least try them, and they may take some time. So I'd either have another week off of JRPG, or maybe I will do more Evolution Worlds. That's an RPG. Fits the bill. So maybe I'll do a couple of those casual sort of, you can dip in and out doing a quest here and there type RPGs as a bit of a gap filler. Or maybe I'll go back to the idea of just using those few hours to do a live arts hole where I'm building the overlay. I don't know. Something is probably going to happen. But then again, something might not happen. I've covered both bases perfectly there. Then, of course, we'll be back Monday. Yes, Monday I do plan on doing another Miniatures Mayhem. So that should be back this Monday, where we will try and do Two-Face. And possibly, our focus is Two-Face. There may be a tertiary, so secondary in it, tertiary's third. There may be a secondary element of Ra's al Ghul, we shall see. Anyway, if you want entertainment tonight, if you're after some painting and some nonsense, you can do no better than Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint, who will be painting... It did pop up. I don't think he's made a decision. No, he's not made a decision. No idea what I'm painting. Thor? Star-Lord? My nails. Must be. I'd be more interested in Star-Lord, because I've seen his Thor. Boy, have I seen his Thor. And I'm not that interested in him painting his nails. I think that was the joke, but nonetheless, I'm not interested in painting his nails. But Star-Lord is a nice, interesting middle ground. I've not seen a Star-Lord model. I'm assuming that's Marvel Crisis Protocol, but I've not seen a Star-Lord model. So that would be interesting. Whoops, I've already typed it in. I was already overly prepared, and when I popped back into the window, I'd already done it. If, however, you want more gaming nonsense, you have Mr. Malice Caliber, who I believe... Yes? Brain? Do you agree, Brain? I agree. Thank you, Brain. He's doing something new, because he completed 1001 Spikes, and it's either something new or Pokemon Trading Card, I believe. So that's something to look forward to. Anyway, I'll be back. Back tomorrow. I'll love you tomorrow. Anyway, I will say cheerio, and then I will stop the stream. You're assuming he's got nothing planned yet. You're a harsh man. He might have prepared something. He might have. In fairness, he often does. Let's see. Bit of a swindle, and I haven't seen it pop up, so he may have dropped offline to make sure nobody knows. Nobody knows. Plus, unfortunately, the activity tracker is not working at the moment. It's fine. But sometimes, if you know him on Steam, you'll sometimes get a little hint as to what he might be planning, because it will pop up randomly. It will pop up once, and then it will go away, and then a few minutes later it will pop up again, where you know he's had to put something corrected and tried it a second time. So sometimes you get a little sneaky hint as to what at least he may be planning. But never a guarantee, of course, never a guarantee. Anyway, this time, for certain, I'm going to say cheerio and end the stream. So here goes, cheerio.